Greetings. I'm horologist in Peru. On the behalf of myself and KTL University, we would like to invite you for our online Zoom class, March the 27th, 11 o'clock, 2022. We will present the power of precious metals, where you will have the opportunity to learn the concept of building wealth with gold, silver, platinum, palladium, and rhodium. You will also learn the foundation of the abundantness of these metals through the health benefits, the wealth benefits, and the spirituality benefits. For every 20th person that signs up for this class, you receive this beautiful silver 925 sterling silver pendant that is featured on the front of the book, I Am Rich. The spaces are limited, so act now.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Make sure y'all click the link in the bio so you can get your tickets for that March 27th workshop. Don't act like you ain't see the motherfucking gold, silver, and palladium hitting all-time highs as a result of what's going on. So we are right on time with the message, all right? Shout out to my good brother Inkaru. I think he's going to join us tonight. We're going to chop it up a little bit about these precious metals, but without any further ado, I want to welcome the family to another episode of Melanin Mondays. You already know what it is. You are now rocking with the BS. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. It's been a minute. It's been a minute since we had Melanin Mondays. You know, the YouTube was acting real funny with me, had me in on timeout and whatnot. We was able to come back last Thursdays and let the family know that we back in business. So we are definitely here, all right? But I also have to do this because you already know these people on these platforms are mad, shaky, and unpredictable. So anybody that wants to, you said turn my mic on? The mic is not on? Anybody that wants to be a part of the mailing list, anybody that wants to get on the mailing list so you will not miss out on anything. If they take this channel, you know what I'm saying, we'll be okay. I need you to hit that email right there. You feels me? Hit that email. It's an echo. Okay. All right, we're gonna try to work that out. But first and foremost, peace to the family, peace to everybody. How's everybody doing? Salute to the family. It's been a minute. Let's go ahead and tap into that roll call. All right. Y'all can hear the sound effects? How we doing on that side? Let me adjust my boards. Is that better? Is that better? Don Marco. It's low. Okay. Let's turn it up then. Here we go. All right, now. So peace to the fam. Let's go ahead and do the roll call and see where we tapping in. This is an early show, as you can see. We're gonna get this information out there. We're gonna chop it up a little bit, and then the boy got a dip. I got a studio session, and yeah, we're gonna do it like that. Check the mixer. Okay. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I'm getting my mix on. All right. Check, check, check. Check, check. Can you hear me? Check, check, check. Is that better? As soon as Joe Biden gave Bitcoin to the feds, Joe Biden gave Bitcoins to the feds. Let me find out. All right, let's do this roll call. Let's keep it going. Smyrna, Georgia. Shout out to Smyrna, Georgia in the building. Minnesota in the building. Shout out to Minnesota. DC in the building. Washington in the building. Peoria, Illinois. North Oakland. Yes. North Oakland. Eastwick in the building. Yeah, I'm talking about Dominica in the building. PA in the building. Chicago in the building. Toronto in the building. Shout out to the Chi-Town. We're gonna get into a conversation about the documentary, Genius, the Kanye West documentary. I got to see part three earlier today, me and the wifey and whatnot. And I want to have a conversation about that. You know what I'm saying? I walked away from that with a few talking points and whatnot. So we're gonna dig into that before the night is out. Spartansburg, all right? That's where when you ride in a China bus from Atlanta to New York, niggas pull over to Spartanburg. That's the first spot that we get to smoke by the gas station. Delaware in the building, Eastside Watts, Utah in the building, Dominican Republic in the building. Shout out to DR, Copenhagen, Spartanburg, Phoenix. Shout out to Blue Pill out there in AZ in the Golden Coast. Cali in the building. Chino, California. H-Town in the building. AZ in the building. You know what I'm talking about? Miami in the building. Where I've been on Clubhouse. I've been in I've been in Discord. Shout out to all of my Discord family out there. Salute to the Netaverse Discord. Salute to the Netaverse Clubhouse. You know, YouTube had me on timeout and whatnot. So I've been building up with the people on my networks and whatnot outside of this right here. But I'm back right now. I'm back as long as I'm, you know what I'm saying? We here. That's all I gotta say is we here. That's all I know. Gun Hill Road. Salute. All right. Salute to Gun Hill. I used to live over there. AZ, you gotta talk to Ukraine. We talked about that last week. We talked about that. How much more you want me to talk about the Ukraine? We gave them some energy and whatnot. We talked about the Ukraine last week. You know what I'm saying? I want to talk about the damn gas prices. How about that? Yeah, niggas is getting washed at Texaco and whatnot. Yeah, how about that part? Yeah, you want to talk about that? Electronic cars in the future, you know? Nah, don't be sorry about it. Like I said, tap into the Third Eye Thursdays. It is in the archives. I'm sure a lot of people didn't even know that we went live on Thursday because YouTube don't send notifications, and you haven't seen me in a while. But I'm back. I'm here. You feel me? And we're gonna chop it up. $6 in San Fran. I seen it at $7 in Atlanta. Facts. Factory. And everybody in the gas station had a long face. They was looking real tight. You dig? So, you know, I don't know how far those prices are going to go up, but it's looking real ugly in the streets. That, my friends, is inflation for your ass. You dig what I'm saying? Because as the gas prices go up, everything is finna go up. So, you know, we might be looking at a new normal. Keep in mind that we are slowly embarking upon the 2-year anniversary, from March 11th. March 11th goes down in history. March 11th, 2020 goes down in history as what they had termed zero date, the beginning of the zero. It was the zero date and the beginning of the new world, or the beginning of the Great Reset. What was March 11th, 2020? March 11th, 2020 was when they shut down the world. That was the beginning of the quote unquote shutdown. And as a result of the shutdown is basically, you know, seen as the beginning of the new normal. Right? The beginning of a new normal. When people say that they want to go back to normal, there is no more normal. The normal that you knew will never be again. And I'm not being fear-mongering or facetious and whatnot, but there is no more. You feel me? There is no more of what you may deem as the normal. The new normal is this new world that we live in. The new normal is what's being created in front of our very own eyes right now. So yeah, we should be a little I had you buying up in cans of Goya, right? I know them shits came in handy though. How about that? I know they came in handy because they came in handy for me. You know? So they said on NPR that the Ukraine war is the first cryptocurrency war. Yes, it is. You feel me? Yes, it is. It's a lot of things going on with that conflict and whatnot, but what's standing out is how they are utilizing cryptocurrency as the medium and whatnot in that conflict. As you can see, the sanctions that were put down on Russia and the donations that the Ukraine had received and whatnot in cryptocurrencies in order for them to, the people, the refugees and the people that are fighting on the front lines, I think they raised about $60 million in Bitcoins or in cryptocurrencies in a matter of a few hours or something. So yeah, there's going to be a play on the US dollar, according to the sources that I've been tapped into. They're looking to tank the dollar. The minute China steps in with Russia, you're going to see a major play on the US dollar, the same way that you saw a major play on ruble. Crypto done down and out. Buy the dip, my nigga. You know what I'm talking about? Buy the dip. You can't cry about it. This crypto is a roller coaster. Buy the dip. You know what I mean? Crypto is a roller coaster. It's great adventures, my niggas. You know what I'm talking about? It ain't a straight up rocket. It's not a straight up rocket. People are saying that Russia is benefiting from this war dollar wise, and Putin says he's willing to fight. The war just started. The Russians, they not some. If you know how the Russians are moving and shit like that, it's not like they just here for a quick, hit and run and whatnot. I feel that they got some years in them. You feel me? They got some years in them. So yeah, we are going to pay attention to the theater of war, because that's what it is. It's the theater of war. 90% of war is propaganda. 90% of war is propaganda. And, you just have to pay attention to the propaganda. If you look at mainstream media and the news channels, they got people waking up inside of body bags and shit like that. Body bags is moving around. Niggas is online. They on the news with cardboard guns and whatnot. You don't know what the fuck is going on. You don't know what's going on. I know that they chased them Africans out of the Ukraine. They got them the fuck out of here. How about that? They got the Africans up out of there. You feel me? The Africans is up out of there. You know what I'm talking about? That was the way that without all of the xenophobia and whatnot, they cleaned them the fuck up. Got them out of there, But, I'm confused because all reports lead to say that the Ukraine is a bastion for neo-Nazism, and it was so corrupt that it even leaked into the government. This is not speculation, because like I said before, when I was studying for Fear of a Black and More Messiah and also Into Deep, I came across a lot of information that pointed to Warsaw and also the Ukraine as being not only a hotbed of the quote unquote neo-Nazi movement, but they were heavily influencing the movements over here. Okay? They were influencing the movements over here, like the Proud Boys and the alt-right and other different factions and whatnot of these Europeans. Sound is coming through the headphones. Y'all kind of wilding right now with this audio. Yeah, hold on a minute. Let me see something. I got echo cancellation on. Oh, my bad. My bad. Y'all wasn't bugging. The switch was on the wrong thing. My bad. Y'all got me feeling like starting this whole show over again and shit. Pardon me. Is that okay? Did I fix anything with the sound? Because I just switched something. There we go. Okay.
It's lit. It's lit. It's lit.
Yeah, I gave myself the gas face. I gave myself the gas face. Here we go. I need a budget so I can get an audio nigga. we gotta hire somebody from the audio technical school and whatnot to work with us so we could get this shit right. But if the Ukraine is a bastion for white supremacy, right? I mean, I'm just speculating at the end of the day. Why is 50,000 Africans over there? You feel me? And my speculative mind will tell me that, you know, I've been around Africans before. I've peeped how Africans move. They could be in hostile environments. They can be in hostile environments and it doesn't affect them like that. I've seen them in very hostile environments towards Africans and they seem to function because they mind their business. You know what I mean? They're more about getting to the bag and whatnot. You know, they snatch up the menial jobs. You know, they do what they could do, you know? And they got sponsors too, you know. Shout out to Becky. They be having sponsors wherever they go in Europe. So Africans, and especially if they're coming from like war zones, or if they're displaced, if they're refugees, they like, yo, fuck that. I'ma just juggle this shit. We got these Louis bags, we got these Louis belts, you know what I'm saying? We got this Christian Dior swag, these scarves and whatnot. We got these Christian Dior socks. This shit finna sell somewhere. And they go and set up shop and they do that. You know what I mean? So they're not affected by the environment like that. Some of them are Muslim, you know, they tap in with the Muslim community. You know what I'm talking about? They tap into the Muslim community, you know, and they be okay. So when I see a lot of them over there, I'm like, I get it. But, sometimes it's time to leave. They should have been left when they seen shit bubbling and whatnot. When they saw the smoke coming, they should have been made exit strategies to get the fuck up out of there. You know what I mean? So if there's any Africans that are in the middle of that conflict, you have to be more, I would say, responsible for the decisions that you make. You got to be ahead of the motherfucking 8 ball. Okay, you got to be ahead of the 8 ball. So with that being said, it is what it is. Yeah, Becky Slavic. You know what I mean? They got Becky Slavic. You know what I'm talking about? Vladimir Karen and shit taking care of the bros. You know, they taking care of my guy. Mahmoud and them is they good over in Europe. Mahmoud is taken care of. I can see why they don't want to leave. They're like, I don't want to leave you. I don't want to leave you, Malana. I don't want to leave you. Please come back to Sawanda with me. Come back to Wakanda. They're like, no, I can't. I don't have passport. So they be all crazy and shit. But salute to them, and I hope they I'm just playing. You know what I'm talking about? I'm just clowning. I'm just clowning. Yeah. Becky Stojakovic and shit like that. They got Becky Stojakovic on their line. They don't want to let their sponsors go. Let her go. You know what I'm saying? And come back, fight again, my nigga. You know? But before we even begin tonight, I want to bring in one of our I don't want to call this brother a sponsor, but me and his brother have a workshop coming up. My good brother in Cairo. I gotta pronounce his name right because I've been calling him by his government on some old, I've been mispronunciating his name and whatnot. So I'm gonna have to bring him on right now and chop it up with the God. And we're going to talk about an upcoming workshop that we have coming up in case the family is not aware of it. And we're also going to speak about some of the information that we gave out last week and even during our workshop that has come to pass. You know what I mean? Because as you can see, prices for the precious metals are going up, and we properly prepared the family to tap into those markets before they went up. You know what I mean? This brother was on a crystal ball, and he understood because he's in that market. He understood what was about to happen. So he basically blessed our people, the people who were part of our class and our workshop. He gave them some gems that they could turn into diamonds. So without any further ado, I want to open up the floor to my good brother, horologist in Cairo. Peace to my brother. Peace, peace. I can't hear you. Gotta unmute your mic.
Peace to you, brother. How you doing?
Oh man, all is well. I'm doing better now. You in the building? You know what I'm talking about?
Is
Let the family
everything
know how to pronounce your name.
in Kuru? In
In
Kuru, it
Karu.
means yes, it's Igbo, Nigerian.
That's right. Shout out
Yes,
to my Ebos. You know what I
the
mean?
best is yet to
Shout out to
come.
my Ebos.
Am I coming in clear this time? Is everything kosher?
You're not as clear as me, but you good, my brother.
Yeah, I'm not crystal, but okay, I'm getting closer.
Yeah, you know your microphone don't sound janky like mine. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Look,
yeah.
look what they said. You still got the glow. They said you glowing again. So you know you
Okay.
good. You
All right.
good.
All right. Okay. Good. Appreciate that.
Briefly, can you introduce yourself to the network, to the platform? There's a lot of new people in the audience.
Okay. Name is in Kuru. I'm a horologist. Horologist means the science of studying time. I'm a watchmaker, to be short. Background is in gems. I'm a gemologist, precious metals. Been in the industry for over 27 years. And you can see some of the other videos, and you can see my whole track record on how I came through the ranks in the industry. Currently has a shop here in Brazil and a shop in New York in the Diamond District.
Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, let's talk a little bit about these precious metals, my good brother, because
Okay.
as I could see, the market has taken a hit today.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, it's moving. I mean, you got the market basically moving because of the war, but the cycle that we're already in that bull cycle. So the consolidation is over. So it was over last week. And when we gave that couple tickers to your family, a week and a half ago, he was benefiting off of it, but you can still benefit because this is just the beginning. Palladium moved up to about 3,000. Gold peaked up to about 2,000. Silver has broke past a barrier. The barrier we was looking for at on the momentum chart was 24.45,
Right.
and it broke that, and then it went into 25. Now it peaked up to 26. It pulled back a little bit, so we over that breakout. So right here we're looking for the silver to move up to about 30. It's going to push up to about 30, and then it's going to pull back a little bit, and it's going to break through that 30. And we're looking for gold to move to past that 2021, and once
Yes.
it break that 21, it's going to shoot to 25. So, and that's just the beginning. It's a lot of room in these precious metals due to the war, due to all the printing of the trillions, 20, $22 trillion. So all of these different things is in factor. But I wanted to talk about the value.
Yes.
Yes, because a lot of people look at the price point. Go ahead, brother.
I just wanted to add on.
Yes,
I saw an article today that said I think it was either palladium or platinum hit
yes.
an all time high.
Yeah, yeah. Palladium hit an all-time high. So it went up to 3,000. And so palladium and platinum trades off. So in the industrial car industry, for example, about 8 years back, palladium was about $600 an ounce. So the car industry started buying up palladium, and platinum was peaked up in 2021, like at 2,000, 2,300. So the car industry started buying up palladium, buying up palladium, buying up palladium. And now that pushed the price up because they in the seat of using palladium quite a bit. It takes them time to tool up. So now what you're going to start to see palladium going to start keep moving and maybe pull back. But now you're going to see platinum. Platinum has peaked its head over $1,150.
Okay.
And on the momentum chart, we was looking at 1,100, and it dropped and it went over. So now you're going to start to see the rise. So the play should be platinum and physical, silver, and gold and physical. And then for the speculators, online speculators of stocks, AG47, AG, First Majestic, MTA, a royalty stock is the MTA, and Google EB Tucker, and you can get some more information about those different things if you want to speculate.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Somebody said that seems out of reach for a lot of people. That's somebody in the audience said. I don't know exactly what that means, but
Yes. So, in the class, and you can, when you sign up for the class, you can get the book as well. Silver is about $25 an ounce. So that's within reach. So that's the system that we talk about in the book of buying silver weekly.
yes,
Because when you compile the silver, right now the ratio is 79 ounces of silver to 1 ounce of gold. And when that ratio starts to break down to 50, by you
right,
holding a lot of silver, you can take that physical silver and trade out for the gold. So when they
right.
start coming down to 50, you'll be sitting on 100, 200 ounces. Boom. Now you got yourself 3-4 ounces of gold and your portfolio is balanced. So that's the way that you can get into the game.
I just got gifted this yesterday.
There you go.
Yeah, I got gifted. I'm gonna give this to my son.
Yes.
All of the silver that I get, I just,
Yes.
I got a little collection for my son and whatnot. I just
Yes.
bless him with it.
Yeah.
And he got a little, that's his little silver account.
That's right.
But,
Get him hooked. Get him
huh?
hooked early. Yeah, get him hooked early.
Oh man, I'm trying to tell you, bro. He's gonna have precious metals, precious stones,
Yes.
crypto. I'm gonna make
Yes.
sure he good. You feel me?
Yes.
So somebody said buy it weekly with a question mark. They may be unfamiliar with that strategy. And another
Yeah.
question was any word on iridium?
Iridium.
Right.
So iridium is in the platinum group family. So you have platinum, palladium, rhodium, iridium, osmium, and ruthenium. So you have
Right.
6 metals on a periodic table that's in that family. Check the price of iridium. The thing is, what iridium is more of a exotic market. So if you're going to be diving into physical iridium, you have to know what you're doing, because you have to know who you're going to be buying it from or who you're going to be selling it
Right.
to. So that's exotic. The 5 that you should be focused on is rhodium, which is $20,000 an ounce. And when you take the class, I'll show you how to chart that, and I'll show you how to buy and how to get in. Like I said before, I jumped in and rhodium when it was 1,400. So the 5 metals: rhodium, palladium, platinum, silver, and gold. So that's on kitco.com. You can see the price of that. So
Say
those
that
are
website again. I'm either shout out to hold on 1
Yes.
minute. Shout out to Lotta Goddess in the building.
Mhm.
She's on here as Little Goddess, but she changed her name to Lotta Goddess. Y'all in the chat room, just for appreciation purposes, just hit her with the fire emoji. Let her know that she's, you know what I mean. Give her that love and whatnot, that cyber love. And what's the website? Because I'm gonna repost that.
Yes, kitco, kitco.com, and click on all metal quotes, and you're gonna see those 5 metals come up, and that's gonna give you the market, which is the spot price.
Right.
And they're gonna have an ask price and the bid price. So those are the 5 metals that's traded that you can get into and you can sell. They're always in demand. And speaking of demand, I wanted to talk about the value, because a lot of times we get caught up in the price structure,
Yes.
And this is not in physical. You're not going in for a speculated move. You're going in for insurance. And it's speculative because you trading in and out. When one is high, you may be trading out that for the metal that's low.
Right.
And you building your pile. You're building your central bank.
Right.
So
Cash.
the value of gold is not based upon the price. So I want to get people away from that. Our end result is the whole metal. So the value of it, you're looking at the applications and the utility of it. So when you're holding that physical gold, it has an application. This Zoom is not possible without gold or silver. Cryptocurrency is not possible without gold or silver.
Right.
The computers is not possible without gold or silver. Solar panels. So now you look at the applications, and then the class, we're going to dive deep into the applications because now we're talking about the science and the metaphysics of precious metals. You know, when you go into meditation and you're going into that higher zone into meditation, you want to reach the gold.
Right.
That's what you're going for. So in the physical form, the gold is power based upon the applications to create hardware. But in the unseen realm, the energy of the gold is extremely high. And that's what we're going to be talking about as well. So, you know, when you leave this physical, what do you want to be on? You want to be on the frequency of gold, platinum, palladium, you know, high precious gemstones. You want to be on that frequency. So I don't want to confuse people that this is all about a speculative class. It has all the facets. It has the foundation of building wealth, but also we're going into the metaphysics and then the applications of it, how to use it to be outside the monetary system. And this is what the war is. I just want to touch on the war is about a financial war. Right. Whether we get into details and all of that stuff, you know, the key is financial war, and they're going for a financial lockdown. So they're going into a full digital currency. The paper dollar is going to be gone in the future. So only thing that's going to be left outside the system is precious metals.
What about the earths? What about gemstones? The rare
and
gemstones.
But again, we have to create our market of equity with the gemstones because there's no strong equity market.
Right.
So whereas though you can take that gemstone and you can pull money off of it, or you can pull currency off of it right away like you do precious metals. And that's what we have to put in place as a family, creating equity in gemstones that we can trade amongst each other and protect our own interests. But the silver and the gold, the silver is what we're going to be trading daily amongst one another. The gold is what we're going to be using when we want to make big moves.
The gold is like Bitcoin.
And the gold is portable real estate.
Right. Portable real estate.
You talking.
Hold on, before I forget. What about the copper, man? I'm over here, copper down. I didn't hear copper mentioned all night. I'm feeling kind of, you know what I'm saying, left out.
No, the copper is a high frequency. Is part of what they're going to be using to electrify this whole cars, these everything. But it's a conductor, and they use it highly right now, and the price is going up. It's a big copper play that's going to go on if you want to speculate for the copper. The thing is, of holding copper, the price point is only about $5-6 a pound. So you have to have a whole room full of it, you know, to actually be able to trade in and out. You know, with gold, you're able to put a kilo in your pocket. Right now, a kilo is going to cost you about 60,000 or 62,000, and as soon it's going to be 100,000. So you can put that. You know, that's what I did when I came to Brazil. So you boom, and you're gone. You know, so the value. Sign up for the class. This is important time that we in. Do not sleep on this because there's no precious metal classes rolling through our community.
Right.
You can log on
to those
I ain't
other
seen them.
boys, yes, those other boys and other ladies and the girls, they all over it.
Right.
They all over it,
Right.
and I gave you some of the names, and they going hard. They got Wall Street Silver. It's got 180,000 followers. All they do is stack silver, gold, and precious metals outside the system.
Right.
Google them.
Wall
You
Street
know,
Silver.
Wall Street Silver. We
Right.
have to build our community and get on top of this, because once we all are stackers, it's easy to do business amongst one another because we all have small banks.
Right. Once again, family, the flyer that you see in between us that I put on the screen for those that are just getting here is a flyer for a workshop that me and this young man right here have coming up March 27th, which is on a Sunday at 11 a.m. my time Eastern. Okay. Keep in mind that this good brother's in Brazil, so we have a time difference. But getting that information early in the morning, that works for me. You feel me?
Yeah.
You have your whole day in front of you. So the
Yeah.
power of precious metals, learn how to build your wealth and business on the foundation of precious metals, which is gold, silver, platinum, palladium, and rhodium. All right. You could get tickets at www.artcurrency.org/class. Or if you go on KTL University, we will
There
have
you
tickets
go.
on sale there as well. Do not feel compelled to make a choice. Go to either or site. It doesn't matter. And
That's
if you
right.
cannot make it at 11 a.m., you may be praising the Holy Lord Jesus. Don't worry about it. This will be recorded and it will be available for you in perpetuity, meaning forever. It will be logged on the site, KTL University. So yeah, it will be recorded and it will be available. You want to let them know about the giveaway though?
Yes, yes, yes. I got it's on the video. Did you run the video or
I think I did. Yeah, I ran a
okay?
video in the beginning.
I ran the video. Okay, so we got the let me turn it around so you can see it. So we
Yes.
got the sterling silver pendant that's on the cover of the book, and it's on the cover of the
Beautiful.
class, but in silver. And
Yes,
this
that's
is
beautiful.
the Maka tribe. You know,
Like the
uh,
maca
ro-
root.
yeah, the Maka tribe from Mali, going
Okay.
into his manhood from the boy stage. So it's a transformation. So
Dope.
this is valued at about 260 on our website. So every 20th person that sign up for the class will receive one of these silver pendants. All right.
Dope. Now that's
So
fire. You feel me?
you know,
Um, yeah, family. Go get your pendant. You know what I'm talking about? Go get your pendant. Somebody wants to know, what are your thoughts on diamonds?
yeah. The diamonds. Well, again, diamonds is in between. It has a value where so you can pull some money, currency, not money, currency immediately, but it's so speculative. So, for example, say that you purchase a diamond from someone, and they say, "Oh, you can bring it back to us. We'll buy it back." They'll say, "Oh, this particular cut is not in high demand. This is that." Oh, it's a GIA cert. Yes, we get it, but it's still speculative because it's not set up where so you can go and look at it like gold, silver, platinum, palladium, and rhodium and see the spot price,
Right.
put it on a scale, check the purity and the quality, and receive currency. So, my advice to stay away from that and stay with those five metals, or just stay with those three: silver, gold, and platinum, and you safe. Because
Right.
the whole idea, this is what I want to ask you, everyone out there. I want to ask you know, I want y'all to do something for me other than sign up for this class, because this is important. I would like for everyone to take a valuation of how much real money they have. And what I mean by that, take your jewelry, this 24 karat gold chain, take your jewelry, all your gold, separate it. Take all your silver, separate it. Go buy yourself a little gram scale if you have one. Put it on a scale, weigh it, categorize it. 14 karat gold, 18 karat gold, and write down the weight. Take your silver, write down the weight of it. That is what you have in real money. If you have platinum or whatever, I would like to everyone to evaluate their own personal bank. Okay? And when we talk again, let's talk about that. Let's talk about how many, you know how to give a value price, how many grams you holding, what you holding, what your bank is holding. And then we're gonna set a goal of where you want to go.
Right. So you mean to tell me that the fiat is not money? They can't stack, they can't count that, they can't have the money.
No, that's not money. That's not money. That's currency. That's monopoly. So let's be real. Like, that's monopoly money. Somebody can go and print that.
Right.
And then, so digital money and currencies and digital currency is all fiat.
Right.
It's all inside the monetary system. What we're talking about is being outside the monetary system.
Assets.
The physical.
Yes.
And making our own rules, how to play and move amongst one another, and how to play inside the monetary system with these metals, because this is what the central banks is doing. This is what Russia is doing.
Somebody even asks,
go ahead,
what precious metals do Russians cherish? Something tells me we will need to know their customs. Gold. Vladimir Putin is big on gold. What are you talking about? That's all he be holding is gold kilos.
Yeah, his whole the whole Kremlin is dripped in gold.
Yeah, that's gold.
It's gold. So look at what they've been stacking. China and Russia is in bed together. China has more gold than anyone on earth.
Anyone.
Okay. Fact. Other than what's in Africa and what's in America in the ground and what's in Brazil in the ground. Outside, above the ground, China is holding and Russia is holding. Right. If I show you the charts, what we're going to talk about in the class of how much gold they've been buying behind the scenes. This is what they're not talking about. They're going to talk about everything else, but they steady buying gold. So when all this came down, China already have a deal with Russia for transferring money. Right. So they good. They're gonna hurt a little bit.
People be acting like Russia's taking a hit financially. I'm like, fam, y'all don't listen to drill music. Y'all don't know how people be riding on ops. Like, y'all listen to all of that drill music, but y'all don't know how Russia and China is playing America as the monkey in the middle. You don't see the provocation. You don't see how they're playing chess on them. Yeah. Somebody said that they've never been into jewelry, but have a lot of land handed down from the ancestors. Should they invest in jewelry?
They should invest in, definitely take our class. They should invest in precious metals. You can't, this, let me show you what I do. I'll just give you an example of what I do. When fiat money come in, I disperse it. I'll pay my bills or whatever I need to pay, and I'll pay it up 2-3 months up so I can have room to think.
Right.
And then I'm constantly buying precious metals every week. So the only fiat that I'm holding is enough for, if a deal come, I can jump on it. If a pullback come, I can jump and do something.
Right.
Other than that, I got 90% in precious metals. That's my land. That's everything. And then the way you protect your family, the same what you've been doing, Brother Ray, you passing silver to your son. And that's how you protect your family. You give silver, gold as gifts constantly. That's what I do.
Yes.
Every year, my mom, my sister. So if they have a problem in the future, Mom, what about that gold bracelet I gave you?
Right.
Mom,
They
what about
on
that
that.
gold chain, that gold ring I gave you? Oh, I forgot all about that.
Right.
And then bam, you good. She
Right.
good. So you solve problems in the future, you know.
Right. Somebody said, shout out to the rappers. They knew what they
Yeah.
were doing the whole time with the gold ropes. And
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's in our DNA,
yeah, we can melt those gold grills. Like, you know what? Melt that. I'm gonna get some veneers anyway.
but the trap door is this. The trap door is this, family. Is that they trap in the door. They want to trap you into a digital completely. And then what they're gonna do when you try to buy the precious metals, they're gonna
Uh-huh.
be high. And this is what's happening in the industry. I'm gonna tell you what's happening in the industry. The big boys that can get it the next day or 1 week, and they spending $1 million, 2 million, and then they're distributing amongst the people. They waiting 4 to 6 to 7 months out, and they have to put the money up, the currency up front. So
Mm-hmm.
what's going to happen to the small people? I'm saying it already. They're going to push your limit up to 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. And then
Right.
they're going to have you to tell you got to wait 45 days, 2 months, 3 months out, and you might not never get it.
Damn.
So they're going to shut the door on distributing precious metals to the public.
Right. Very
That's
soon,
what's
you're
coming.
saying.
Yeah, you
Very
won't be able to
soon.
get it. Yeah.
Somebody wants to know, do you own it by contract or physical?
Physical.
Yeah, physical, sir.
Physical. Physical.
Yeah, no contracts.
Hold it. You hold
Yeah,
it.
yeah, holding. Mine
You
is
holding.
holding. Holding companies. We holding this shit,
You holding. You a trust.
You would
Get
trust.
get
Right.
out of the fear factor of holding something precious. Where do you hold yourself? You're the most precious thing. Where do you hold yourself? All right.
Right.
So you can hold anything else. You just have to be creative with it, and you have to move a certain way. But once you begin to get these metals, they are live. They're gonna start talking to you, and they're gonna tell you, "Listen, do this with me. Move like this." The silver platinum is low key. This is a platinum watch I have on. This is low key.
Right.
So
That's a plain Jane.
that's a plane. It's low key, but the metal is there. This a gold and diamond ring. It's a little loud,
Right.
but you got to get used to moving these things in and out you because it's frequencies, and that's the frequency you want to be on.
You got the silver buttons on today?
Oh yeah, keep the silver. I got the linen shirt with the silver buttons. Keep
to this day.
My guy.
Oh yeah.
My guy.
Keep
Got the silver
keep a
buttons
wardrobe full
on
of
the
it.
silk. You know what I'm talking about? Ladies.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me show you the watches real quick. Can I take them over to the watches?
I mean, somebody said the streets is watching, but if
all right.
if you must.
Streets are watching.
Streets
Can you
is
see
watching. Okay. I see a lot of bling.
Got some bling going on. Got the boxes.
Ooh, can I see that Heru watch real quick, brother?
Yeah.
Like that. I mean, you might have to take it out the bring it
Take
up
it
to
out
the camera.
I'll take it out the box.
Glare.
I take it out the box. So we got something special for y'all with this Heru. We're not gonna bust it out yet, but
right.
We got something special coming.
It's lit. It's lit. How,
Sway? Take a few steps back.
That's fire.
Yeah, they show you the back of it. Let you know it's a real deal timepiece.
Yes,
got the
sir.
mechanical back.
Gears in the back.
Yeah, you got the gears.
Beautiful.
So we listen. We got to
Can I see
step
the front
up.
again?
You see the front again.
Yeah, fire. Yeah, I love that. That's fire. Okay,
Yeah,
that's what's up.
silver dial. And it match your crown, you
It
know.
matches my exactly.
To the day.
Glad you know that.
You know. But again, the
You know what
class.
I'm saying?
Let's get it on. Let's get this class filled up because we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna have a lot of fun and we're gonna build these banks up. But remember, take assessment of whatever silver, gold, platinum you have in jewelry form, coin form,
Right,
and that's the beginning.
right. Somebody
Because
said that silver and platinum are sacred to Obatala.
Abatala, okay,
That's beautiful.
okay,
Yeah, tap in. Somebody
okay.
says, how do you minimize the okey doke with precious metals, with the precious metals? I don't know what you mean, real talk. You have to elaborate on that because I don't want to be speculative with that question. Just make it a little more understandable for us,
Must be
please.
talking about fake.
I guess fraud or getting
Yeah,
bamboozled and whatnot.
yeah. It sounds like
Um,
they're talking about that. Well, you have to take it if you don't have testers yourself, an ASIC tester. You have to take it to another party. I do the same thing. Even I still test it and I take it to another party like I want to sell it. You know, and that's how you can really check the value and learn. You know, you have to get involved in this part of learning the business, and that's how you learn. You know, take it to three, four, five different places. You
right.
know, they're gonna tell you different things or whatever. They're gonna put in the X-ray machine. They give you an X-ray report. They do an ASIC test. They may tell you about the value of it, as far as the antiquity. You know, it's a lot of different facets. So the good thing about it, get experience.
Beautiful, beautiful. Once again, family,
Yeah.
we are bringing experts to you for this workshop. We want you to be educated so you can educate yourself and educate others. If you wanted to reach the younger demographics, right, with your information, if you wanted to reach them and get their attention, there's nothing more than precious metals that they would be attracted to in these days and times. As you know, the youth, the young adults, people are very, very drawn into the world of precious metals, although they may not have a complete understanding about the market and what it is. This is where this brother comes in. He is going to update everybody. He's going to get you going to unlearn to relearn. He is going to help you with your decisions in terms of your investments moving into the quote unquote future and the now, because, you know, shit is moving fast and we don't have a lot of time to play with and whatnot. So take full advantage of this workshop that we have coming up. This good brother is certified. As you can see, he's about his business and he's willing to come on board and teach the people some things. You know what I mean? He's willing to give some gems out and whatnot for a very affordable price. So take full advantage of it and thank me later. You know what I mean? I got people who was inboxing me on Instagram that took the information that you gave them about the palladium and about the rhodium and whatnot and the
Yes.
silver, and they invested. And they
Yes.
basically today on Monday, they was like, "Yeah, I'm up, good
Yes.
looking." You know what I'm talking about?
That's it. That's it. Sign up.
Where in
Pull
the
up.
Diamond District is your shop? I have somebody that said that they wanted to visit there tomorrow
Yeah.
or this
So
week.
we're in 64, West 47th Street, and we take appointments. I have my business partner there, Abdullah. We're in B10. So, hit me up. I can set up appointment. But to get close, you have to sign up for the class. And it's
Right.
is everything opens up. You get the book, you get the crystal class, you next to us, you right there, you take a seat,
Oh
you
yeah, I
know.
forgot to mention that too. I'm sorry, fam.
Yes.
With the
Hmm.
purchase of that class, we are dropping gems where we introduce our good brother. He was one of the he opened up along with our good sister Nikki Morgan and Acacia Lewis, my brother in Carew. He opened up and you'll get that for free That's a few hours. That's a 3-hour workshop that we just did in February the 26th. So we include that as well.
Yes.
So yeah, take full advantage. Take full
Yes.
advantage.
Let's get down. You know. Any other questions?
That should be about it. That should be
Okay.
about it. I appreciate
All right.
what you bring to the table. I appreciate your
Yes.
wisdom. I
Yes.
appreciate your demonstration, and
Yes.
I know that there are others that are out there that definitely appreciate it as well. Feel
Yes.
me?
Yes. Someone asked, do you take a PayPal on your KTL University link?
I believe so.
Okay. I told them to click on it. I sent it out to a few of my clients, so they're gonna be signing up.
Right.
And,
Yeah, I know
yeah.
a lot of people that are outside the U.S. they utilize
Yes.
PayPal Canada and
Yeah.
Africa and things of that nature. Yeah, we got that.
Yeah. So okay. All right. Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Indeed.
Any other questions, family? Go ahead.
I would say nah, just leave the family, leave the
Okay.
audience some information on how to
Yeah.
contact you if anybody wants to
Mm-hmm.
get any of your timepieces or any of your
Sure.
product.
Sure. You can the timepieces are at nkarugroup.com. NKIRU group.com for the timepieces, and the IG is iamrich.nyc. You can find me
Okay.
there. And but we this is listen, this is a pregnant woman. We're in a cycle of the precious metals, and this is a beautiful time. And
You from Baltimore? Say
be
beautiful
more
again, my brother.
beautiful. As that B more came out. Yes, sir.
Say beautiful again. Say
Yeah,
beautiful again,
beautiful.
please. Hold on. Let the bomb go away. Say it again.
Beautiful. Yes, it.
Beautiful.
Yeah. I still got the B more accent in Brazil. To the
Yeah,
bank.
that's yeah. I don't know nobody from Brazil. I mean, from
You got
Baltimore
anybody who
able to
follow
take that accent.
Portuguese? You
That's in
got
your
any?
DNA.
Yeah. Anybody who ain't follow Portuguese? I get on this and spit some Portuguese next time.
I think there's somebody in here earlier asked if you speak Portuguese. They wanted to know that.
Yes, yeah, I follow Portuguese.
That's what's
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
That's
So
what's up.
we on it, Red, and the updates is gonna keep coming. So as we find them and the precious metals peak, we'll keep feeding them to the family to let them know that this is it. This is
Okay,
this
look.
perfect storm. Yes.
Somebody is conversating. Is this Portuguese?
I can't. I'm not in the chat. I
It
can't
says
see it.
EU follow umbrella poco. I'm not sure.
Yeah, eu falo pouco português. Yeah,
What
yeah.
is they saying? What does that mean?
That's he's saying. I'm sorry. He's saying that he speak a little Portuguese.
Poquito. Yeah, that part.
Pouquito. L is I. Eu falo
Okay.
português. Falo, amigo. Falo depois. Eu falo Instagram. Mensagem no Instagram. Eu falo você. Tá
Yeah, because
bom?
when I go to Bahia, I'm gonna
Yeah.
need some Portuguese lessons because
Is Portuguese. Yeah.
yeah, I don't need no translator. I'm trying to go. You know what I'm saying? I need to talk that talk. You know what I'm saying? Yo, speak.
YouTube is a good
My
teacher.
speech in Bahia.
Yes, indeed.
That's what. Nah, but once again, it's been fun. I will have you back on
Okay.
platform
Okay, brother.
before our workshop. The
Yes.
family is definitely they're engaged.
Yes.
I understand that precious metals as a niche is very new to the family.
Yes.
Because even getting people to understand the power of crystal currency, right?
Yes.
As a stream of income and just for collector purposes, to put around the
Yes.
house, to
Mm-hmm.
carry, I got my little opal with me. I carry my Ethiopian opals in my pocket. This is from the movie Uncut Gems,
Mm-hmm.
Adam Sandler and whatnot. Let me see if
Mm-hmm.
it zones in on it. right?
Colors. Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah, it's very iridescent. You know, I love carrying. I got a pocket full of stones. I'm wearing stones. You
Mm-hmm.
know, stones and precious stones. They've done a lot for me, gemstones and whatnot.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
I don't even know a life without them.
Yes. Yeah, I
So,
love them as
oh,
well.
just to get people to understand the importance of that. So I'm willing to do a little bit of heavy lifting when it comes time to, get the people onto the precious metals. Everybody is not going to get it. It's those that get it. Like it's going to be just like Profit Prolific. The ticker AG, he said he's up 200%. Thanks. Yeah, sock it to my pocket, brother. There
There
goes the
you
cash.
go.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about? This nation
There
is a
you
donor.
go. They,
So,
that's an automatic
show
sign up
love.
for the class right there.
Yeah, pull up
Get
to the
two
class.
classes,
You're gonna
two
get
of them.
more. But that ticker AG is what we
Yes,
dropped that last week, right?
yes,
We dropped
yes,
the AG ticker last week. So those who
yes,
hopped on it, they had the patience and the trust in the information because you got to trust what you're hearing and whatnot in order to move on it. But when you
yes,
apply the information, then it turns from something that feels good into something that looks good. It's a
yes.
difference between feel good and look good. You know what I'm talking about? Because you can look at your
Mhm.
bank account and that shit look good, and then you feel good, rather than hearing some stuff and you're like, oh, it feels good, but you don't do anything about it. And then when you see it takes off, you feel bad because you didn't act on it. It takes away that feeling. So there's a process to this information, and a lot of people, because this channel is we a little bit different than the majority of these YouTube channels, because they're not
Mhm.
giving out applicable information like that. They're talking about things that are going on in the news. They're highlighting problems. There's a little bit of gossip going on. There's some debating taking place. No offense
Yes,
to anybody that's out there. All I do is present the clean glass, and I'm not here to compare myself. None of that. But I'm just saying that this channel, we
yes.
deal with applicable things moving forward. We don't want to deal with anything else that we can't use to improve upon each one of our journeys individually, because this is not a community thing. Like individually, if you listen to if you're hearing this and it speaks to you, don't wait for everybody this is not group thing. This is about if this speaks to you, you move on it. And I'm gonna leave it at that.
Yeah, yeah. The AG, I want to tell the brother or the sister that brought into that. What I was doing when I was playing, speculating AG, I would take my winnings, I would buy physical, and then that's another multiplication because you get to look at when you buy the physical, like at 25, look at a fourfold for the future. Always look at a fourfold. So you take that, just say it's $1,000. You turn that $1,000 into a fourfold when you go right into precious metals with it. So, these are things we're going to be talking about in the class, but I'm glad that he capitalized, or the person capitalized off of it. And you're going to keep capitalizing. You're going to win.
Right.
You're going to win. Yes.
James wants to know, he's converting the 401k into a Roth. Don't want to cash out because they're going to rob me. What are some good metal stocks?
We just gave you one, AG47,
AG40.
MTA. Okay. And cash out half of that and go into physical. It doesn't matter if you're going to get hit with a penalty. This is the trap door. This is a lot of things. I consult people with, balances of hundreds of thousands up to millions of dollars.
Yes.
And they consult with me. And I go through the same thing with them, but the reason why they get stuck right there because they're not used to doing this.
Right.
But this is a whole nother level. So I would suggest you take half of that and you go into physical and protect yourself outside the system. And you speculate with the rest.
Shay said, I got a couple of G's to invest. Where should I put it? The dice game.
To this day. To this day.
Right, listen.
You should bet against my dukes. Then I'm gonna beat the deuce. You should bet on my hand because I bet you I'll beat the deuce.
Get 2 tickets to the event, to the class.
Yeah, for you and a friend.
You and a friend, and I guarantee you, whatever we advise you to invest in, you're gonna multiply. You're gonna multiply. Get the
That's
class so
right.
that way you can get the book and you start. And you got sources in the book where you start buying silver right now. And we gave you the 2 stock plays if you want to be risky. Okay, but when those stocks go up, take profits. You know, take
Go physical.
profits and turn it into physical, and you're gonna multiply it again. So these are formulas. These are wealth building formulas we're giving you. How to mark. These are formulas that I've used. These are formulas that I'm living in. Right now, I'm not speculating at all. I'm just buying the physical, and I'm running my business, and I'm teaching this, to the community. See, when you speculate, it's a lot of energy. You got to understand that. And
Man,
you're dealing with
so
the
dismal.
computer. Yeah, because I did it for a whole year straight. And you wake up and it's in your dreams and you're thinking about it throughout the day, so it's a whole nother thing. So you can play with it, but just be able to say, okay, I can lose that. But when you win, take the winnings off the top, but get into the class.
Right.
This is, I want to say this is what we offering is thousands of dollars.
Thousands.
Okay.
That's a fact.
I know these precious metal classes is not going to talk about no metaphysics, no real value, know how to, all of this stuff, how to really apply it. It's going to talk about the basics of investment. And they're going to charge you thousands of dollars. I know these cats that's doing it. Some of them are friends of mine. So this is a whole nother world. So I'm coming to our world. I say, okay, drop it for $98, whatever. Give gifts, whatever we got to do. I need to get the family in this. Right. Once you get in, you hooked. You're a junkie, and you be saying, "I am rich."
That's a fact. You feel me? That's a factory, man. I appreciate you.
You're welcome, brother.
Like I said, the audience, they got love for you. You feel me? I got a lot of inboxes about you in the last show. The family,
and they've been buying the book too, Red. They've been buying the book. Thank you.
Yeah. Book is lit. You feel me? Book is lit.
Yeah.
But like I said, you'll be back. We're gonna pull up with you for some more updates. I'm sure there's gonna be some more news to talk about. And like I said, we even began having this conversation prior to the conflict, just to show you how the great divine speaks in signs. Like, we were having this conversation. You and Blue went live two months ago.
Months
Feel
ago.
Me and you were building months before that.
Exactly.
So the minute we started presenting this information to the public, what happened? It was, people wasn't even thinking that wasn't even in the news. Precious metals and the fluctuation and fiat going through the toilet and whatnot. Now look at where we're at.
Yes.
Somebody said, what's the book? The book is I Am Rich, right? And that is on, what's the website again for the book?
IamRich.nyc.
Okay, IamRich.nyc. And you have it on ebook too, right?
I got the ebook, and you also get it with the class.
So when you get the class, you get the ebook, and you get the 4-hour workshop that we just did. Is that a bargain or what?
That's it.
I mean, what else y'all want? Y'all want meat? Yo, the 100 ticket, y'all get red pill. We gonna send me a UPS.
and if you the 20, and if you number 20, you get the silver pendant. So
come on now.
You number 20, you get the silver pendant. We're doing that every 20. Don't care how many people sign up, 300, 400, every 20, we giving out a silver pendant. So
come on. And the 100th ticket, y'all get the parrot from Rio. We're gonna put that in there. We get the parrot from Rio.
We got a special surprise coming up. Maybe next time whenever you have me on again, we'll bust that surprise with him.
I feel you, man. You know what I mean? We gift givers. You know what I'm saying? We gift givers. We in the spirit of giving out and blessing people, making their day and whatnot. You know, I talk about the reward system, but now I'm implementing it.
Yes.
I'm gonna put my energy behind it. You know what I mean? I want to reward, I want to value.
Yes.
And you know, there's also a penalty system. When people get out of line, you gotta step on them. But that's a whole nother topic. You know what I mean? So I appreciate you, Marco. Huh?
You're welcome, brother. I'm saying I just want to say this one thing. This is fresh, man. I like this because this is fresh, and I appreciate what you're doing. You took the time and said, okay, this is fresh, this is new, and you jumped out in front of it, and you trust me, it's gonna be 10, 20 fold.
Definitely.
Yes.
Definitely.
10, 20 fold. Yes.
This is a beautiful way to start the fiscal year. We still in the first quarter. You know what I mean? Like, this is a beautiful way to start the fiscal year, to move forward. So, you know, I'm just very excited for what the future holds, and what we'll be able to take, you know, the information and what it's going to do for the people to tap in. You know what I mean? Yeah. So if anything, because you don't know what is going to go on in the next few months, but being prepared, you know, I could sleep easy at night knowing that I assisted and aided and abetted brothers and sisters to get themselves prepared.
Get prepared. Shout out to Goldwater. Matter of fact, what's up, Blue?
Yeah, shout out to Goldwater. You know what I'm talking about?
Indeed.
They want to know why your skin is glistening. That's that gold water. You know what
that's
I'm talking
that
about?
Gold water. That's that gold. I'm trying to look.
Exfoliate with the gold water.
I'm trying to tell you this is what it looks like. And it keeps this is 7 years in of running this frequency, running this formula. And this is what it looks like, you know, to listening to the ancestors. And 2019, they said, get out of there. And I said, okay, you know, so this is, and you're able to move like that when you have the precious metals, because, you know, your load is light, but it's strong.
Right. The foundation is strong.
Light, but it's strong.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
So, you know, we living it here.
That's right.
I want y'all to live it, you know, and that's what it is. We sharing this.
There you have it, y'all. There you have it. And if everything goes good, like I said, we might even plan a trip to Brazil.
Absolutely.
As a retreat. As a retreat, I'm doing yoga on the beach.
You know, yoga on the beach.
I'm just saying, like, you know, on my bucket list, you feel me? It's Sao Paulo. What is that? Sao Paulo? Because I was watching the Rio cartoon when I was, you know what I mean? Me and Pink Pill was watching Rio one day, and I was like, I think I want to go to Brazil. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's kind of colorful out there. It's speaking to me.
Yeah. You know? Oh yeah. Yeah. You got mango trees growing out here, and
all that.
Callaloo, all in the backyard, you know, all of that.
All that.
You know, so I
want to go live in the favelas.
Yeah, you go live in the favelas. So
all that.
We're gonna take y'all on tour. Once y'all start signing up for the class, I'm gonna put some more energy, and we're gonna take y'all for a little tour. And you know, but I was gonna say this to you, Red. The class, this class is gonna be so successful. After it's over, that class is gonna sell out every class that's on both our sites.
Facts.
Because what's gonna happen is precious metals gonna keep rolling.
Facts. And
when it's the highlights start coming, boom, 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 boom. They say, "Where's that class at? Where's that class at?" And they be clicking. They can be buying it up like so. The residuals, but the ones that take the seat early, the first couple hundred. Right. You all are going to benefit crazy fold.
Early adoption, right?
Early.
It's the same thing like in crypto. If you got in, it was about timing.
Yes.
All boiled down to timing. Stock market is about timing. Yes. You got in on the Facebook stock when it went live. You got in
Yes.
on Tesla the first
There
few
you
years
go.
of it. You
There you
caught
go.
Apple in the beginning. You know what I
Yes.
mean? You caught Bitcoin in 2013 and 14 and 15.
Yes.
Timing, my friends. We don't have to speculate anymore. It's about timing. You have to be on time. So for the people
Yes.
to miss those waves, thank me later.
Yes.
We're here with a
There you
new.
go.
It don't stop.
Yes.
Don't stop. We not laying down and just finishing our. It don't stop. This is a new wave. This is a new
Yes.
stream. This is the early timing. Just make your next move your best move.
All right, brother.
That's what's up. Let's get into some Kanye talk after this. Talk about that Genius documentary. My good brother, I'm sure you'll be in the building. You know what I mean? We'll give you a shout out. Here's
All
this
right.
brother information. Ladies, you know what I'm saying? Take it easy. You know? You single, right? That's what you said last.
Yeah. Look, Lana, bring it on.
Because I don't want nobody inboxing me, asking me personal questions. The brother's single, man, and he's in Brazil. You know what I'm talking about? And he got an Airbnb underneath a mango tree. Yeah, go get one. So it's time. Somebody said they've been making and selling jewelry for 8 years. It's time for me to elevate.
You in the right class.
I want to.
You in
That's
the
what I'm
right
saying.
class.
I would love to see the precious stones wrapped in palladium. Wrapped in platinum. You know what I'm saying? I want to level it up.
Yes.
It's that time.
The jewelry makers.
Nobody is stopping us from wrapping our jewelry in gold and silver and things of that nature. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like this thing. Listen to this.
The click. Yeah. That frequency. The sound of silver.
Huh?
Look, this is the right class.
Huh?
I was telling the young lady that's making jewelry, this is the perfect class. I have helped out so many people in New York and different areas that got into the jewelry business, that was in the jewelry business, that was spinning circles, and I helped them go to the next level. I got many testimonies,
Beautiful.
for people in the jewelry industry, many testimonies. So,
that's beautiful, man. Because coming out of New York myself, shout out to Studio Patar. Rising power to brother Hey.
Rising power, yes, indeed, brother. Yes.
Shout out to our good brother at Studio Patar, the elder, the super legend. You know what I'm saying? But there's not a lot of jewelry makers in New York that look like us. There's not an industry of that.
There you go.
I mean, there's not an industry, and sometimes I feel like we've been shut out and whatnot.
Yes.
Especially when I see the monopoly on a diamond district and them people who run that thing.
Sure.
So I do give thanks for you opening up that side door for us to even be educated and updated, to some of this information that they're basically hiding. I know that they're hiding it. They're keeping it from us, and they have us looking this way while they're out over here benefiting and profiting off of these quote unquote enormous returns that they having.
Yes, I have it. I have the top formula, and the Jews, the Russians, the Indians. I'm entangled with all of them, and I know how to deal with them. I know them inside out, and I got formulas that they're not even using. Advanced formulas. So. That's what made me come up and be so powerful in the game, And so, I'm an educator in the game. This is not no first class. We've been educating for a minute. So, this is the perfect lesson. This is history. Think about how many classes of precious metals came on any of these channels that's in this community. There's none.
Dope.
None.
Yeah, I don't know of any.
I'm
eager. I'm excited. I look forward to it. I give thanks once again, my good brother, and we will see you soon.
All right. Peace
All
out.
right. Yes.
Good
And for the
night.
family,
Thank
one
you.
more again, this is the site that you can go on to, and you will see
Yes.
right on the top of the page, or
Let's get
even
it
if you
on.
have to scroll down a little bit, you will see this flyer right
Let's get
here
it.
for the class. And
Yes.
go ahead and get your ticket. You'll get a free ebook, and you'll also get a free workshop that we just
Yes.
did. Take advantage that part. All right.
Salute, brother.
Salute.
See you soon.
Yes, sir. See you soon. Yes, indeed. So I want to have a conversation with the family about this documentary that I just saw on Netflix entitled Genius, right? That was a 3-part series that dived into the early humble beginnings of Kanye West. By a show of hands, all right, give me some emoji love. How many people have seen at least one part of the trilogy? Okay, I want to just gauge the audience to see who has tapped in and was in the audience who saw the Kanye West documentary entitled Genius. We're going to talk about that briefly. First and foremost, what I would say as I, speak about this documentary, what it left me with is that Kanye West is the embodiment of self-actualization.
To this day. To this day.
If you consider yourself a creative, if you consider yourself a creative, meaning that you create from your mind, you create from your heart, you are able to make something out of nothing. You are in industries that are either entertainment or fashion or any of these industries that you have to break through. This documentary right here is brain food. Outside of what you may feel about Kanye West, right? Because what we do sometimes is we interject our personal feelings and we miss the lesson. I do that sometimes. I'm guilty of that. So my human design, right? My human design, inside of my human design, which I received a reading on my human design recently. It said that I have judgment, right? I'm a judge. I judge things, right? And I'm cool with that. I made peace with myself for being judgmental because, everybody judges, okay? And you need a judge in this world. But I'm not here to judge. In his case, I'm not here to judge. I've had judgments against him, but I was able to watch it from a place where I was able to remove judgment. I was like, I'm gonna get this nigga a shot. I want to see what he's made of. Okay. I want to see what makes him a genius. So the first part is broken down in 3 parts. The director behind it, his name is Coodie, right? Coodie. I know Coodie and I know Chike. I met them in 2004 in Miami because they were the directors of the artist that I was working with, Pitbull, right? He was doing a song called Damn It Man. And these were the directors. So I had the privilege of meeting Coodie and Chike early in their career. And that's when Kanye just came out with his album and whatnot. And I was familiar with the quote unquote Jesus. No, I was familiar with Through the Wire video that they were the directors on. So we got to talk about this artist, this inspirational artist from Chicago. And these brothers also are from Chicago. Shout out to the brothers and sisters in Chicago. We're going to talk about Chicago in a minute, but let me finish. And I already saw the genius in both of them, in Coodie and Chike. I saw the genius in Jay Ivy when I met him. I already knew that these brothers from Chicago was cold. You know how they say cold? These brothers are some cold brothers, very talented, very driven and whatnot. If it were not for them putting the camera on Kanye, there was a lot that we may not have never saw. There was a lot that we may not have ever discovered because They show you in the documentary that there are phases of Kanye. This is a Gemini. There have been phases of Kanye. He was who he, the person that he was is no longer who he is. So if you are not able to see that person, if you were not able to meet that person through the lens of a camera, if you were not able to be a voyeur in his quote unquote in his journey and whatnot, then you'll only know the Kanye that may be presented to you through the media, through his outbreaks or his outburst, through his meltdowns, the type, the iteration of Kanye, whatever iteration they may be. Some people even, they're able to measure Kanye by his albums. They're like, yo, that's Twisted Fantasy Kanye, or that's Life of Pablo Kanye, that's Late Registration Kanye, that's Graduation Kanye, because this nigga shifts every album, right? He changes up every album. He adds on a part of his ego, or he kills a part of his ego in every single album and whatnot. Well, what part one showed was the power. They broke it down in 3 parts. I think I don't quote me on this because I don't have the documentary right in front of me, but I think the first part was dealing with belief. If anybody in the audience could give me the if y'all know what it was, what the 3 parts were broken down into, let me know. Okay. A lot of goddess just posted a link if you want to go see it. I'm sure some of y'all, oh, this is Netflix. I thought she was putting up the Bang Dooley site. You know what I mean? If you got the Bang Dooley site, if y'all don't got Netflix, because I know they went up to $10 and whatnot, and y'all got to put that extra metal in precious metals. Y'all put that extra money in precious metals. Yeah, we'll get the, you know what I'm saying? We'll get the pirated website, because Kuda and Chiki already got their money. I heard they got 30 million for that shit. Hello.
To this day. To
30 million. I'm about to start filming some niggas. Who's about to pop? I'm about to get my camera and walk around and film them for a few years. 30 million? That's a good bag. But anyway, the first episode gave you an insight look into a young man. Okay, thank you, Darlene. Thank you, little goddess. Vision. Act 1 is vision, right? Act 2 is purpose. And Act 3 is an awakening, right? So for the visionaries out there, for anybody that's out there that has a vision, I'm speaking to 300, maybe 400 people. Everybody don't have vision. I wish I could speak to y'all individually and I could just walk up to you individually, but unfortunately I'm on camera, so I'm speaking to a whole audience and whatnot. But can you relate to what I mean by vision, right? Those of us who can relate, right? There's been times in our lives in the middle of a dream state, right? We may have been theta mode and whatnot. We may have been in the thresholds of dream state and waking state. And we had these visuals of visualization that was so clear that it wasn't a dream because we felt like it was real. We could touch it and taste it, right? There's some of us that meditate. There's some of us that sun gaze. There's some of us that could blow some Zaza and have a straight vision and whatnot. And we could see ourselves in the future. We could see ourselves on the stage in front of millions upon millions of people. Some of us don't want that. Some of us are quote unquote introverted. So shit like that gets us kind of, we jump up in cold sweats and whatnot. We don't want to be on, we scared of heights. We don't want to be that high up in the sky. We don't want to be in front of all of those people. That shit terrifies us. Well, you may be just part of the team. Everybody is not for the stage. And that's what part 1 showed you as well. This man had a team around him. This man had a team around him. This man had a group of people. He had a group of creatives around him from his hometown. These niggas was moving like a force. Shout out to Jay Ivy. Shout out to Kudi and Chike. Shout out to John Legend. You know what I mean? Shout out to the other brother who had the afro. I think his name was Old School or something. You know what I mean? By part 3, this nigga was gray and bald. You know what I mean? Kanye didn't put him through the ropes. Shout out to everybody who was responsible for helping this man's vision turn into reality, because he did not do it by himself. You can't do everything by yourself. And they keep telling us that we can accomplish monumental things by ourselves, and that's a fucking lie. Okay? Teamwork makes the dream work. Don't ever, and I'm glad that they put that documentary out, because he will have to, because he got on Drink Champs and he's stunning on Jay Ivory, and I know Jay Ivory, and that shit bothered me. And he's stunning on a few people. He's stunning on Talib Kweli. And when you see the documentary, he needs to apologize to Talib Kweli, because that nigga believed in him when nobody else did. He's stunning on Rhymefest, and you could see that Rhymefest was in his corner. He stunned on a lot of people that will be considered his day ones. But when I seen the documentary, I'm like, this nigga's a goofy, because he needs to cut a check to these niggas, because they were mainly responsible for pushing him when nobody believed in him. There was no Rockefeller deal. He was not even wearing a fucking chain. This is before the accident. You know what I'm talking about? He wasn't even wearing no designer. This nigga was wearing Beverly Hills polo, if anything. You know what I'm talking about? He was wearing polo out of Goodwill's. That ain't Ralph, though. Hold on.
Halfway. Take a few steps back to go.
You ain't got the answers,
No,
man.
you ain't got the
you
polo.
You ain't got the answers.
You ain't got no polo. You ain't had no Ralph on. Stop playing. You niggas is acting crazy. But anyway, the people that believe in you from the beginning, the brother Kuti, he dropped everything. He was a comedian, stand-up comedian. He dropped everything to follow this man with the camera, because he believed it in him. He seen something. He saw a vision, right? But the reason why he was able to see that vision is because Kanye was the ultimate holder of his vision, right? And that vision that he was able to hold on to with a gorilla grip was provided to him by none other than his Umi, Donda. They don't start it out with Donda. They bring Donda in somewhat in the middle of it, right? And the minute they turn the camera on his mother, right? And there's people out there in this world that disrespect people's mamas and don't realize that could get you killed. You understand? Quick, fast, in front of your peoples. You know what I mean? You don't step that, when you cross that line, there's nothing else to talk about. It turns into something completely different. But anyway, Donda, when they put the camera on Donda, and when she starts talking, and when she starts talking to her son, and you just see, it's not even like she was saying a lot at first. There was just a connection. There was a happiness in her. And of course, it weighs heavy on your heart, because you know that she's not here anymore. Versus that if she was alive, you would be like, okay, Don, all right, that, you know what I mean? But the fact that she's not here, that shit right there hit me like a ton of bricks. You know what I'm saying? It helped me. It helped my judgment of him. It helped the way that I see this man. It helped the way that I basically put him on the scales and whatnot. It gave him a pass in my mind, because I was like, this man mother loves him. She knew his rhymes, my nigga. My mama don't know my rhymes. And there's nothing against mama. She don't know my rhymes. Donda knew his rhymes, my nigga. It was almost like she was reminding him of rhymes that he forgot. Very pure-hearted. The kind of stock and pedigree of mamas that, we all grew to love through the Huxtables and other things. She has that type of energy, believed in her son, was giving him wisdom and jewels and whatnot, was his biggest cheerleader and became his business manager, right? An educator. She was an English teacher. She was educated. You feel me? She wasn't no poo butt. She was an educated black woman, middle class, Chicago. You feel me? So The first part is about people stunting on him. Rockefeller's a piece of shit. That label at that time. They need to cut a check to Kanye because he civilized them savages over there just with his fucking presence, my nigga. You know what I mean? That was a crack dealing, drug dealing, gangster rap, pants low, knuckle dragging label. And they were proud to be in that frequency for many, 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 many years. No offense to anybody over there. It is what it is. Right? He was almost too good for that label. I wish that they would have took his ass at Raucous Records, and them niggas would still be alive to this day. Wait.
To this day. To this day.
I'm not here to shame nobody's mama. I'm not here to compare Donda against nobody's mama. Everybody's mama, you know, don't do that. Don't go to your mama's kitchen and whatnot and be like, oh, you don't really love me because you don't know my rhymes. She'll be like, yes, I do. Drop down, get it low. You know what I'm saying? Sell like cat on the go. Like, she know your rhymes. Don't act like she don't. Them shit's nursery rhymes. It's easy to remember.
To this day. To this day.
It is what it is. Like, that's how she gave it up. You know what I'm saying? That's how she was giving it up. Everybody's mother is not entitled to give it up like that. They just showed you, you know, because he's an exceptional human being outside and whatnot, the way that he moves, people couldn't understand why he moved the way he moved. Why do he believe in himself like that? Why do they call him arrogant and whatnot? Why do he have so much self-confidence? Where does that come from? They said he's a narcissist. They say he's full of himself, that he has delusions of grandeur and shit like that. But that's not what I saw in totality. What I saw was a man who believed in himself, and he self-actualized Kanye West from being a producer to being one of the best dressed rappers in the game. He spoke it into existence. He was able to basically go amongst people who did not believe in him. But when they tell you and us, when we walk in this world and whatnot, they say what? This whole thing is about self-mastery. This whole thing is about building up the motherfucking individual. This thing is about knowing yourself. This thing is about knowing who the fuck you are, no matter what anybody says. If you know who you are, how could anybody tell you how? How could anybody tell you different?
You ain't got the answers.
Niggas didn't raise me. You didn't breastfeed me. You know what I'm talking about? You ain't programmed me. You not my architect and you not my oracle. So how the fuck can you hold my value in your pocket? That's impossible. But ever so often, what do? We give everybody control over us. We give people the keys to our motherfucking souls and whatnot. We give them the keys to we give them the keys to the Bentley. We let them drive us around and whatnot. We let them determine our worth and our value. Who, why, what, when did they do that? Okay, when did they do that? That is the residual and the results of the crack play, gangster rap, niggatry, knuckle draggery, skullduggery, and all of the fuck shit that has taken place to diminish us as a people throughout the decades. This man is a shining example of self-actualization, being able to see your motherfucking self and push the envelope, even with a broken jaw, almost losing your life. He was like, yo, those 7 days, I was able to shift through the BS. This is part 2 now that I'm speaking of, because in part 2, they give you the quote unquote tragedy, right? They give you the tragedy of losing his mama and also the car crash that basically almost took his life, right? It almost took his life. He could have laid down after that. He could have folded it up and just went back to doing beats. He could have went and got a job at the Gap, my niggas. He could have just folded as a result of what took place. He was a little self-conscious about his jaw sticking out. He was like, I don't like how that looks. This is my good side. And, you know, but they was like, nah, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? And he decided to go with it. He just kept pushing and pushing. Dame Dash and them closed the budget. They did not want to put him out. They did not believe in him. They signed him as a tax write-off. They were not trying to put his project out. They were not funding his video. They wasn't even funding his studio times. What did this man do? This nigga was bumming studio time off of other producers. Humble yourself out there, little niggas. Humble yourself. I haven't met too many people that got the drive and determination like Kanye or Mari West. I have not met many. And you niggas swear you lit. And I'm not judging you. I'm just smudging you. I'm just saying, watch this man's story and see what the fuck determination looks like and smells like. Okay? There's ingredients to go into this shit. One of the main ingredients is you have to have a foundation. I do not think he would be able to do what he has done and be who he has been and go to places that he went if it were not for Donda West. I cannot conceive of that because I saw the conversation that we was having with his father, and his father, he believes in his father believes in him, but it was not the same connection at all. At all. You can't put faith in these niggas because they're gonna turn their backs, they're gonna stab you and whatnot. They're gonna fucking sabotage you. You can't put your faith in your homies and whatnot. It ain't enough. You can't put your faith in your baby mama. It ain't enough. Your nana, your mama, your papa, your paw, your grandfather, your father, your uncle, your auntie, your adopted mother, your adopted father, your siblings. You feel me? I feel that those people are very instrumental with the foundation aspect of helping to build us up and giving us something firm to stand on. Speak life into your star seeds tonight. Speak life into your stomach if there's a baby in it. Speak life into your stomach. Speak life into your young Heru and to your young Offsets and whatnot. You need to do that. This show, this documentary really showed the importance of that. She carried him 9 months. Of course, the bond cannot be compared. That's right, Cajun Witchery. You dead ass. Because, I mean, I got 3 children, and I already know I'm the help. You know what I'm talking about? I'm the help. It is what it is. Like, I'm the motherfucking help. Dame Dash did not really believe in him, but he signed him. It was Jay-Z that didn't believe in him because Jay-Z, like people are saying in the chat room, Jay-Z sort of threatened Kanye. Okay? Jay-Z understood what the threat was. Dame Dash is not a rapper, so Dame Dash would be quicker to sign him than Jay-Z would bring that nigga on board because Jay-Z at that time, right? Think about it. This is post-ether. This is after Nas ethered him and whatnot. This is after Nas ate his food. Jay-Z was putting himself back together because he was not whole the way that he was during the Blueprint era and whatnot. He was not the same person. You feel me? He had to pick up the pieces, my nigga, because he was shattered. He was shattered. He put it, that was a kink in his armor and whatnot. So here comes this backpack kid who's basically not gangster. He's not really a backpack rapper per se. He ain't out here with the most death bars and whatnot. He's mid. He's in the middle. This nigga's mid. That's how Jay-Z was looking at him. He's mid, right? And at the same time, they were signing Petey Crack, State Property. And then Cameron came a little later on with the Dipset. You know, they were signing all of the drug dealers. They signed Nori. They signed ODB when he came home. Remember Rockefeller before the ship sunk and whatnot? This shit was the Goodwill label. It was a gangster Goodwill label. You know what I'm talking about? It's where gangsters go to die. It was a gangster graveyard. It was a gangster rap graveyard. That's what Rockefeller was. You feel me? And Kanye basically, it's the dirty glass and the clean glass thing. It's the dirty glass and the clean glass. He don't gotta say nothing about nothing. He don't gotta say Nothing about, oh, I'm better than these dudes or I'm different. He just got to rap. He just got to put his projects out, and those projects outshined anything that Rockefeller ever put out.
To this day. To this day.
Even the Jay-Z albums. Yeah, MOP was there in terms of dexterity, in terms of depth and whatnot, in terms of the way that it crossed over into multiple genres. That was real fucking hip hop. I would say the only thing that I could look at from Hove that could compare to that is the Blueprint, and he produced 5 and 6 of those tracks.
To this day. To this day.
He's the lifeline to Jay-Z. You know what I'm talking about? He was the lifeline to that whole label, and they were utilizing, they were pillaging him, right? They were basically, you know, they signed him as a producer. They had Just Blaze and they had Kanye and whatnot. And as you see in the documentary, he was like, that's my arch nemesis, but that's also the person who inspires me. That's what Kanye said about Just Blaze and whatnot. And you know, they were basically feeding off of each other and shit like that. But the big homie that he looked up to, that he compared himself to, that he was aiming to be in the room with, was Jay-Z. And that's not a bad thing, because you always need a mountain to climb. You know what I'm talking about? You always need a mountain to climb. So that mountain to him was his big brother, Hova, right? And it was that drive to prove himself. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. I would have rather Jay-Z the Hummer stunt. He's a Brooklyn nigga. I already know how he will. Bed-Stuy Brooklyn nigga. You're gonna get stunning on. That's what we do. You know what I mean? You're gonna get stunning on. There's no easy passes. So yeah, Reasonable Doubt was Jay's best album. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact. Reasonable Doubt and Blueprint, I would say, would be his marquee albums, but you could compare Dark Twisted Fantasy, Graduation, Early Registration, and the other one. Them shits could stand up to a lot of them Jay-Z albums. That's a fact. Okay? That's a fact. So anyway, by Hov stunting on him and not feeling him like that helped that nigga get hungry, and he helped step his bars up, and he had to prove himself to the big brother, because that's what big brothers do. Okay? My younger brother, KT, the arts degree, he used to come to us with his drawing and whatnot. Yo, look what I drew. Look what I drew. Because we, you know, me and Blue Pill, we older than him. So we initially were like some of the first artists in the family. And, you know, he would want to show us his artwork, you know what I mean? Like a little brother does. And, you know, we had to get on big brother mode and be like, it's mid, bro. That's okay. You know what I'm saying? And he had to go back to the drawing board. And I could see the frustration, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? That's how we get you better, you know? And then look what he came with. This is KT's artwork, right? This is a big improvement to what he initially was coming to us with, because we started out doing the comic books. Then he came to us like, yo, this is what I did. Look at my characters. This is all KT's artwork, right? KT the arts degree. This is his artwork. This is what he drew this. This is the early 90s. You feel me? This is the 90s he put this shit together. You feel me? But he wanted to prove that he had it, right? That's how big brothers, that's how that shit work with the big brothers. You know, we gonna push you. But this is my artwork. This shit is mid, but whatever. This is like 1990. You know what I'm saying? I'm catching bodies. You know what I mean? This was in the 90s. Oh, let me see if I got the year on it. Yeah, I don't. But yeah, we started out doing the Black Calvin and Hobbes and shit. You know what I'm saying? So KT came right behind us and he was like, yo, I could draw too. I'm nice. But as big brothers, we just was like, yeah, that shit is mid. You know what I mean? But we knew it was nice, but we was just being brothers. That's what was going on with Jay-Z and Kanye in a sense. And he had to step it up, in which he did. Okay? But I want to speak on something quickly too before I go a little bit further. Chicago, A Tale of Two Cities. It's apparent by this documentary and seeing the talent that Chicago encompasses that there's two Chicagos. And unfortunately, as a result of quote unquote social media and multi-billion dollar or multi-million dollar deals from the record labels, they successfully phased out one side of Chicago, and they've only been feeding us one other side of Chicago ever since. Okay. So the Chicago that I'm impressed with, and the Chicago that I'm drawn to, and the Chicago that I feel should be highlighted more is the Chicago that produced the Lupe fiasco, the Chicago that produced the Common, the Chicago that produced the Rhyme Fest, the Chicago that produced the motherfucking Kanye, the Chicago that produced the No ID, the Chicago that produced the Cootie and the JIV. That's Chicago. Okay, yeah, backpack versus grip. Yeah, remember Do or Die? That was them my niggas right there. Crucial Conflict. You know what I mean? That Chicago. You don't think about Chicago. When you think about Chicago, you're not thinking about these intellectuals. You're not thinking about these intellects. You're not thinking about these quote unquote thespians. You're not thinking about these quote unquote artisans and whatnot. But why the fuck is that not being highlighted? Because that's the cream of the crop of Chicago. That reminds me of what Jeff Fort and them was putting in that work. That reminds me of what quote unquote the Nation of Islam and all of that. That reminds me of what Larry Hoover was striving with growth and development when they were being social and whatnot. That reminds me of the Windy City, right? Not the fucking drill, not 8-year-olds killing each other, yummy in them, not that part. That's the residual of the COINTELPRO of what they did to Fred Hampton, the COINTELPRO, what they did to Chief Malik, aka Jeff Fort, the COINTELPRO of what they did to Larry Hoover when they took the quote unquote OGs, right? The OGs, the elders for counsel, the youth for war. The OGs were the elders for counsel. They were counseling the young guards or the YGs and whatnot on how to move, okay? On how to move. But when they took them off of the scene, what did that do? That opened up the chaos and whatnot. That opened them up to chaos and whatnot. And then the young killers took over, or the youth that were for war, they took over, and the youth for war, they go to war. So what did they do? Nigga, they went to war. Okay? They went to war and they turned it into a killing field, right? They turned it into a killing field. So seeing that part of Chicago when them brothers were all behind, Mick Jenkins, I'm gonna check them out and whatnot. I'm gonna check them out. There's still people that are holding that flame. Chance the Rapper, all of these of that ilk, Vic Mensa, people of that ilk. We could look at them and tell where they come from. We know that they don't come from the other side like that. I don't see South Side in them. I see something else in them. And there's nothing wrong with that. Everybody ain't a fucking gangster. The whole premise of the documentary was to show what I talked about on this show. And I'm not out here patting myself on the back, but I tried my best to explain to my younger audience, because they may not have known this, that Kanye was a disruptor to gangster rap. His entry, they even show you with him and Pharrell. Pharrell was in the industry. He was bringing the skateboard P shit. He was a little bit different, but he was not as impact. He was not as impactful on the culture as a Kanye West. You think he was? Skateboard P had a lot of, he broke some barriers, okay? He broke some barriers. He brought in a trucker hat. He helped the uncool kids feel like that they were cool. He helped the blurs.
He had a whole group called Nerd, right? So he helped to bring that into fashion. He opened the door. Ye came and kicked that shit down. Give me a minute. Let me check my audio. Yeah, they
games with me. They out here bomba clot. You know what I'm saying? Rotted. I don't know what's wrong with these people on YouTube. But anyway, we back. So going back to what I was saying, in case I wasn't heard correctly, Skateboard P, right? They show you in a documentary when him and Kanye link up and he heard Kanye rhymes for the first time and that shit blew him away. He did give Kanye somewhat of the blueprint, but as you can see in the documentary, if you watch it, that nigga came in, he already had the blueprint. He already had the blueprint. He blew Pharrell's mind away with the bars and some other things and whatnot. Pharrell didn't know that he could rap like that. So when Kanye came in with the pink polo, he was mixing streetwear and designer, right? Arguably, his rhymes are 100 times, not 100, 65 times better than Pharrell's, right? In terms of, remember, he's a storyteller. You saw how he was putting them songs together. His sampling as a producer, his sampling, he brought in the sped up samples and whatnot. Pharrell was not on that. Let's talk about it.
To this day.
He had his own sound.
To this day.
The Neptune sound is undeniable. Nothing, I can't take nothing away from them good brothers and whatnot. But Kanye came in with his own sound, sped up samples, the soulful shit. It was a Chicago sound. It was a Chicago sound. Yes, he told him to keep that hunger. He did tell him that. He did tell him to keep that hunger. Somebody said Pharrell wore a dress. But Kanye was the disruptor because he was signed to Rockefeller, and Rockefeller was the premier label, not just for gangster rap, but for crack rap. It's that crack music, nigga. For crack rap. He made them niggas change clothes. Facts. There's no more Beanie Siegel and State Property and all of them niggas because Kanye brought
to
that.
this day.
I'm telling you, bro. That disruption. That disruption. When you're a disruptor, you kill cycles, right? As a disruptor, your frequency phases out other frequencies. I don't care if you sign to a label. I don't care if you sign to a team. It don't matter. A disruptor is a disruptor. He disrupted that whole fucking label, and he's the death of Rockefeller.
To this day.
And then
to this day,
when Jay-Z went and started Rock Nation, who did he bring with him? I'll wait. He brought Kanye and Rihanna with him, superstars, and he rebranded them. He rebranded them as superstars. They're no longer artists. I'm taking two with me. You can. He told Dame, you can have all of these bums. I'm taking the superstars with me, nigga. What you talking about?
To this day.
That's what happened.
To this day.
And they came out with a song, "Run This City," nigga, and they've been running shit ever since. Why didn't good music last? Bad contracts. You see in the show, they show you in the documentary, this nigga was signing contracts with no lawyer around. Just a white chick, a Becky with blonde hair. He was gassed. He was signing the contract. I ain't see no lawyers. So he not good with the paperwork. He not good with, he told you that already. He not good with the paperwork. He signed his life away. This nigga was hungry. Yeah, run this town. We gonna run this town tonight. Yeah. That shit was lit. That was lit. That was a statement. Diamonds are forever and ever and ever. Diamonds are forever. Right? What was Diamonds Are Forever? That was his Dear fucking John letter to Dame Dash. Damn. Like, I'm not going with you. I'm not going with you. I'm going with the big homie. And then what did they do? Watch the Throne. Come on now.
To this day. To this day.
Him and Riri, right? All three of them is billionaires right now, right? And Dame Dash is making country music. No judgment. I'm just putting the score up there. I'm just putting the score up there. You know what I'm talking about? Diamonds are forever and ever and ever. I'm just putting the score up there. All three of them. Shout out to Black Magic in the building. All three of them is Billy Goats. How did that happen, Sway? Right? And Dame Dash is doing country music.
To this day.
That part.
To this day.
That part, niggas. Becky'd out. So what had happened was he disrupted the whole, he disrupted the ethos of Rockefeller, right? They didn't sign anybody that sounded like him afterwards. They didn't sign anybody that sounded like him afterwards. He was that premier sound. And nobody has come out ever since a Kanye, in my humble opinion, and been a disruptor the way that he was. I want y'all to watch the documentary again. If you lived back in those times, right? Look at the label. Look at Rockefeller. Look at him backstage with all of these gangster rappers and whatnot. And he remember, like I said, he is the self-embodiment of self-actualization. That was a lot of fucking pressure to even rap around these niggas because these was rappers. They had bars. The State Property niggas from Philly. Beans, my nigga. Beans was a monster. Like, just to be like, yo, I'm barring these niggas. I'm a spar with their bars. That's a feat in it of itself. So they didn't believe in him. He believed in himself. They closed his budget. He almost died. They had him as a tax write-off. He was able to push past that. Those were obstacles. He was so determined. He was so sure of himself. He was such a self-actualizer. I need to do this nigga's human design chart to see who I'm sure I know what his design is. He was so sure of himself because of what his mama instilled in him that he was like, fuck that. I'm going to push past all of these obstacles and I am going to get what my mama told me that I deserve up in this bitch, my birthright. And that's to be a rapper. He was in 1990 with the Little Gumby and whatnot. He was rapping. He didn't just do it because he wanted to follow niggas. That shit was in his heart. That shit was in his heart. And nowadays, you could just upload a song to SoundCloud. You could just upload a song to YouTube. You could just upload a song to your Instagram. Oh shit, I didn't know Red Pill raps. You could just become a rapper if you wake up and feel like it. You could get some good Becky and whatnot and be like, yo, I got bars. I'm going to go start rapping and shit. You know what I mean? You could just be inspired and just be a rapper out of nowhere. That was not the case back then. Okay? The bar was wild high. You would not embarrass yourself and try to be a fucking rapper if you wasn't a rapper. You know what I mean? These little, it's a different game now. This shit is so underrated that it's hard to even tell a story because motherfuckers do not understand the importance of getting a record deal and putting on a rock chain back then. That was a whole vibe. Nigga, we made it. Like, that was a feat, my niggas. That was a feat. So when he did that, right? When he did that, he made the whole Chicago either mad at him or they was like, oh shit, we on. And what did you see? You saw the middle class intellectuals, right? Because that's who the fuck they are. They come from good backgrounds. These are thespians. These are real artisans. Rhyme Fest, Common, Most Def, JIV. These ain't some fucking poo butt niggas. You know what I mean? These people come from something. What did they do? They got behind this nigga. You don't see that anymore. You don't see people coming together to help push somebody to become a megastar. You don't see that anymore. You don't see people rolling like that. Niggas from one city do not gang up in another city and get behind one artist and be like, my nigga, we gonna be all in your bedroom with writing sessions. We gonna be all in your crib listening to you rant and rave about how fucking great you are while you figuring out your greatness. Nowadays, you got, I mean, you'll see it with the, you'll see it with the with some of the brothers out of Chicago, OTF 300 and everything. But you know, this shit is a blood oath that they taking. They out here killing shit. It's a little bit different. Everybody want to be the man. Nobody is patient. All of them niggas is on right now. John Legend blew up. Jay Ivy blew up. Chika and Cootie got 30 million from Netflix for this shit. They on. They good. Jay Ivy just got nominated. He's Grammy nominated and all that. Him and his wife is lit. Ron Fest is good. These niggas is on. John Monopoly, his manager, all of them things, all of them people behind the scenes, right? They good. Don C, John Monopoly. They was able to bring Lupe on. They was able to bring other people from Chicago on because they got behind one person and they believed in this nigga and they did not interject all of that fuck shit that these niggas be rolling with these days. And that's why you seen them winning. GLC and what he should do, not telling nobody what they should do. Fuck that. But what I would do if I were Ye is I would highlight these day ones. Because as you can see, they're very instrumental to who he was. And when he got on, he stunning on these niggas. And that happens. You know? And then he had his fall, and then he had to come back to his mans in them. Because you see in 2020, after he gets out of the psychiatric hospital and shit is, you know, Rhymefest is right there again. Common is back. He brings Cootie back. He has Cootie filming him again. You know, teamwork makes the dream work. I wish that they would. I wish niggas get that shit tatted on their foreheads and whatnot, because teamwork makes the dream work. When are we ever going to get a platinum album out of the conscious community or whatever you call this shit these days? Because I was watching Panic last night. He made some good fucking points. This is not a community. It never was and it never will be. You know what I'm talking about? We should leave that title in the motherfucking gutter where it belongs. This is not a community. It don't function like a community, and it will never function like a community. This is a group of individuals with some pretty ass names and whatnot and some big ass fucking egos and characters. That's what this is. That's what it is. And it has the fucking potential to be crabs in a barrel sometimes. That's what it is. So that's what I'm saying. Kambada, Cyrock. I just went to a Cyrock show in Kambada on Friday. These are superstars. These are superstars. Hands down. These are straight up superstars. Hold on a These are superstars and they ready. Everybody's not ready. Everybody don't have that stage show. Everybody does not remember their lyrics. You know what I'm talking about? It's a lot of factors that go into superstardom. They need to be platinum at this point. The shit that Griselda is out here doing, that shit's supposed to have been in this community a long time ago, or whatever you call this shit, this network, this group of niggas. You know what I mean? This homie, you know, this fucking whatever, this conglomerate, whatever you want to call it. It had Griselda potentials. But that's teamwork. That's teamwork. That's people not backbiting and working against each other behind the scenes. That's no clout chasing. That's teamwork. That's people putting shit to the side and pushing niggas. So when I'm watching Ye, I'm like, damn, you know, I see a formula. I see the formula. The formula is the teamwork. You need a powerful team. But the main player who's running the ball and scoring, those main players, they need to be on LeBron status as well. Like Kanye, he couldn't carry that brand if he wasn't built for that. He showed and proved, look, I'm built for this. Nobody is going to I'm not shrinking myself in front of none of these niggas. I'm going to put me on that stage, give me a backpack, put that chain around my neck, and I am going to show up. That's what he did. That's what he did. There's a lesson in that documentary. There's multiple lessons to be learned. That is what he did. He showed up and he showed his ass and whatnot. And as a result of that, he is an immortalized legend. Like Blue and Keebalon wrote in their book, this nigga's a constellation. Little Bear. Nigga's different. He different. He different. He's a real life billionaire. He became a billionaire while taking medication. He became a billionaire by taking medication. You know what I mean? He was on medication, dealing with bipolarism, and was able to run up a few billies while he was married to the cave Becky. You know what I mean? With the graveyard box. That's defeating the odds. His father-in-law is wearing stilettos, my nigga. His father-in-law is wearing stilettos. You understand? All of the in-laws is like the Addams family. They all got wild issues. And he was able to dodge all of that and run up a Billy. Shit different. The loss of his mother, understandably, drove this man into a place where empathy and compassion, you know, is needed. It's needed. You feel me? It's needed. You know? I can imagine. And you saw it in living color, even through the relationship between Kude and him. He treated my dude like the worst. That shit bothered me. Because I've been around people that acted like that. I remember when Pitbull started acting Hollywood. You feel me? That shit bothered me. Firing all of his staff that was black, all of his black staff, all of the managers that was melanated because he got around the Walla Wallas. I remember that. Managers start getting in your ear. Other people, the labels start getting in your ear. A lot of fuck shit take place. He was treating that man horribly for years. And Cootie had to eat shit. How somebody who was inside of your mama. And I feel that the reason why he was being standoffish to him is because Kude reminded him of Donda, because him and Donda were real close. He was capturing footage with his moms and whatnot. And when he saw him, it kind of like brought that pain back. Maybe even with a lot of his day ones from Chicago, just being around them reminded him too much of Donda. So he put himself around these strangers and he put himself around people who did not remind him of Chicago, where he could basically create this new persona and his new life. and kind of like disregard his past until he realized that that's not how you do it. That is not how you heal. You're basically suppressing the pain. You feel me? And that's not the way to do it, Kanye. You know what I mean? That's not the way to do it, because you, at the end of the day, you're still hurting people because you're hurting. I feel that the birth of his child, his daughter, Northwest, right? And then the birth of those children is something that was able to anchor him into a place where he was able to feel something again, based off of the fact that he was completely numbed out from the pain, the disbelief, the shock, and the awe of losing one of his best friends, right? Yes. And he might not have, right? I'm sure that he did not really get to the shadow work. And you know, and we see where that got him. We see where that got him and whatnot, right? Yeah, he told my dude to turn the camera off, and he never told him that. He told him to turn the camera off, and you know, once again, the documentary is in 3 acts, so they show you the good, the bad, and the ugly. This is something. It is a lesson. You can apply this lesson to your personal life and situations that you may have been in. You may have known somebody that had the Kanye effect, who went Hollywood, who got a few dollars or whatnot, or got themselves a Becky and whatnot. They start acting up. Who may have lost a loved one who were very close to him and started to fall apart. You know what I mean? Who achieved their goals with the team, and then once they achieved it, they shitted on their team. I could relate. So in my affirmation, or in my vision, I would have the vision for Kanye West moving forward to finally draw his wagon around and come full circle and go back to either the sister who he was going to marry. I believe her name was Aisha or Alicia or something. She was the melanated sister that you see in the episode 1 when he had his first house, and then they had the New Year's party. She was a Slim Goody and whatnot. Either that sister, and I think that was the same sister that picked him up when he had broke his jaw and he was going to the hospital and whatnot, and she pulled up in the Honda. You know what I'm saying? But that nigga needs to come home for real. You know what I'm talking about? He needs to come into the Yoniverse. He need one of these goddesses to work on him. You know what I'm talking about? He might need about 2 or 3 because he got some funds. He got a few bags, right? Okay.
To this day.
He could afford polygamy.
To this day.
The nigga got land too. He got some acres. He could put y'all up on some Wyoming. He could put y'all up in Wyoming and build you a hut. You know what I'm saying? Some thermal waters and shit. Like, he could afford it. He might need a fuel use. You know? But he needs to come home, because there's nothing else out there left for him. If he fuck around and try to get something from the Ukraine or whatnot, if he get one of those, you know how for order brides, the www.brides and whatnot, that's not gonna work for you, Kanye. Like, he need a queen with 2 elbows. Real talk. With that Donda energy, he need a queen with 2 elbows. It's gonna just get real, you know what I mean? Just gonna work it out. Work them demons out of him, you know what I mean? Because he was with graveyard pussy, and you know, you got to detox from that. You got to detox from that. You know what I'm saying? You just can't hop into something. You know, you just can't hop into a new situation, and you didn't purge. You know what I mean? From your cave, Becky. I don't know how that's possible. You know, I don't know how that's possible. But, you know, somebody should interject, slide in his DM. You know what I mean? Slide in his DM. I know a few single goddesses out there that could run down on them and have this nigga head on a swivel. Okay. So he should try that. Yeah, him and Kamala. He said go to the Usha village after that. Facts. Little bear needs a mama bear. Kim didn't even want to give birth to the last 2 kids. Yeah, he was putting them in surrogates, right? Oh, with their rotted. You know what I'm saying? They do that in the hood. But, overall, the documentary, it ended with, with who you have right now, Don the 2. He's in a dark place because he's hurt. So that Jesus shit went out the window. If you heard Don the 2, I was at the I was in Atlanta when they had the premiere at the IMAX theater. It wasn't no, I didn't hear near song. I ain't hear near gospel song. I ain't hear, yeah. He needs a dark-skinned goddess, primordial twat healing. Primordial. He need the primordial wop. You know what I mean? Come back home, full circle. Because that's what he started out with. Full circle. So I applaud that. You know what I mean? Let me go and inbox Meg Thee Stallion and see if she's single and whatnot. We could try to make that hook up. He needs something. I know Rihanna's taken, but he needs something. Who? What celebrity? Because he's not gonna fuck with no regular chick right now. What celebrity do you think? What melanated goddess do you think could rock with Kanye and bring him back to into his right senses? You let me know. Who you think? Summer Walker? Who you think could bring Ye back? You talk to me. I know Megan Good is freshly single. Hold on. Nigga said Regina. Lisa Ray, SZA, she a Scorpio. He better watch out. SZA had that nigga speaking in tongues. Erykah Badu, that's that primordial right there. You know what I mean? I don't know because I think the homie, you know what I mean? Because with Common, you know how that works with the homies and whatnot. You can't follow up after what that was his wifey. That was Common's wifey. Jasmine Sullivan, I like that for him. Nigga said Eve. Do you know what Eve is out here doing? Chill, son. I'm not even gonna get on that. Ari Lennox, that part, I like Ari. I think Lizzo would take him for a ride or two. You know what I'm saying? I think Lizzo would do it. Yeah, Lizzo. Hold on, Lizzo.
To this day. To this day.
Megan can match his energy. Lies. Lala's single right now. Hold on. La Leezy. My goodness. La Leezy. I mean, it's not a bad match right there. It's not a bad match. I would tell a nigga, if I was in this team, I would be like, yo, you should go and inbox Cash Doll. She kind of lit. You know what I'm saying? You could write for her. She could be your muse. Ashanti is out here looking like a whole snack. Hey, Auntie. Dark skin, Aunt Viv. Lauryn Hill. Lauryn Hill might stab the man up, man, in him sleep. Lauryn Hill might push man off a mountain. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about that. Lisa Bonet. Yeah. He could strive to court an MGT. That's right. Like a top ranking MGT, right? That part. Nigga said Doja Cat. Not Doja Cat. Rosario Dawson. She's newly freed from from Cory Booker. But you gotta give Kim Kardashian a headache. So they say, you know what I mean? I'm ladies, y'all know what it is. If the next chick that he stepped with, She got to be able to give you a headache. You know what I'm saying? You got to marry up. So let's be for real. Let's keep it up Buckington. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it 100. Who could he step with? Because the last chick that he tried to do it with, Julia Fox, he just made shit worse for himself. He had Kim and Skeet laughing at him because that wasn't it. No, that wasn't it. No, not at all. No, nigga, that wasn't it. Cause she's marrying down. She went with Skeet, whatever the fuck this nigga named Pete Davidson. She clearly doesn't give a fuck about leveling up. So you know what I mean. But that still got him going crazy. So my thing is this: like, you want to keep her up at night. You want to give her a headache and whatnot. Who you gonna step with? Mary J. Chill, son. Chill. Naomi Campbell. Chill, son. Y'all giving out more chicks with less mileage than fucking Kim Kardashian. How about that? Let's cut the bullshit. This nigga said Azalea Banks. I'm logging out, man. I'm out of here. Sock it to my pocket. I'm finna go take me a shower, man. Y'all bugging right now. This is Michelle Obama. Angela Simmons. Now you on to something. That's a Angela Simmons. Nigga, now you on to something. She got daddy's money. Once Reverend Run goes and he leaves everything to her, she have a few M's and whatnot. Angela Simmons. I'll be seeing her on the Grammington. You feel me? She's trying to get a Grammy on the Instagram. I'll be seeing her in her bathing suits. You feel me? Halle Berry, like I said, she got to have less mileage than Kim. How about that? Cleo Soul, how she look? Because she sound great. She sound great. Solange, nigga, that's what I'm...
To this day.
That's it right there.
Day.
She recently left her bae. You know what I'm saying? That's it right there. Solange. Nothing else to talk about. Big Brother Jay. Invite me to the Rock Nation brunch. I'm gonna wear some Wall and put me in the smoker section with Solange. I promise you she won't do that shit in the elevator no more when I'm finished with her. Look out for your little bro. I won't be part of the family. That's it right there. Y'all hit it on the head. She's the one. She's the one. Low key. You know what I'm saying? Let's do the ritual. She's the one. Okay? Burn the black candles and whatnot. Play cranes and shit like she's the one. That's her. You know what I'm saying? She's her. She's Hemington. That's the one right there. It's a match. Okay? It's a match. I think she's on, yeah, because she'll help level him up. She'll clean him up. She know how to clean him. She'll shea butter this nigga down. She'll smudge him. You know what I'm talking about? She'll put this nigga on a sea moss fast. She'll help him invest some of them bees and whatnot. She'll have this nigga smiling ear to ear. Yeah, that part. And she looked like she's a good stepmama. Like he could bring North, South, East, Chicago, Brooklyn, Paris, London, Boise, all of them children that he got, and she'll take care of them. Because she got a seed herself. She looks like a good stepmama. I think that's working. And he could make beats for her. Because she need a better beat selection sometimes. That part. Yeah, I think that'll work. They just can't live together. They could see each other like twice a week. They can't live together. That won't work. But Solange is the one. I think I see it. Yeah, and she don't be on the gram. The only time she had thirst trapped is she put on a sundress. She's not all into the crazy shit. She helped civilize her sister. Where you think Beyonce got all of that shit from? Solange. But she want to be spiritual. She want to talk about Goldwater. She doing yoga. She putting on African face paint and she Oshun channeling. Where you think she got that from? She got that from her sister. Will Jay-Z allow that? He got to talk to him. This is what that, if I'm running around calling you big brother all my life, nigga, we got to talk, bro. Look out for me. I need this. I think Jay was like, you know, remember Solange flipped on him. So he already got, he, you know, he's like, I'm going to pay her back one day. This is the payback. This is the payback. Set her up with crazy ass Kanye. Real talk. Because you know she going to get that work. Yeah, somebody say they see a lot of senior citizens being requested. You niggas is throwing golden age names. Oh, hook him up with Angela Bassett. No, nigga. We not doing that. We not doing that. You niggas is wildin'. Yeah, I think Viola Davis, she'd be a good match for him. Man, what are you doing? What are we doing? Mary J is hot as hell. She's hot. I don't even watch Power. I seen her at the fucking the halftime show with the mirror boots and whatnot. She's a, you know. But she would stab Kanye. I don't want this nigga to get stabbed up. You know what I'm saying? She still got the razor under her tongue, niggas. Like, don't do that. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out to Jefferson in the building. She still got the razor under her tongue. She's slightly gangster. We're not gonna bother motherfucking Mary J and her. You know what I mean? She's out here sipping on goddess wine. You know what I mean? She need a nigga like Kevin Samuels on her side. She's a little seasoned out here. You know what I'm talking about? She was fucking with JC from Casey and Coke, Casey and JoJo, nigga. She was KC shorty, like
to this day.
That's back in the days with Total, nigga. That's back in the days with Total. What are you talking about? Like, that's auntie. That's big auntie right there. That's big auntie energy. Don't do that. But yeah, she needs that. You know what I'm saying? He needs a sister to align with. It's not how you start the race, it's how you finish it, right? He had his fiascos, but who's gonna help him heal? He cannot heal by himself. And I'm not saying it like he's a weak man, because, you know, men are responsible for the affairs of their heart. You got, damn, I didn't even think about that.
To this day.
Lizzie motherfucking Jeff. God damn it. Why didn't I think about that? I'm gonna hook my nigga up with Lizzie Jeff. I know his manager. That's it right there. It's either Solange or Lizzie Jeff. If she's up for the work. I think that would be a great fucking mix right there. Lizzie fucking Jeff. Yo, I could see that. She gonna get mad by it if she heard me say that. I could see that though. I could see that. She could put all of that work that she been doing and just work on this nigga. And then the music that they may make out of this world. If he produced the album, she'll get him right. She'll put the glow back in my nigga. You just have him look like a glowworm. She'll give him the glow back. You know what I'm talking about? She will exfoliate this nigga's skin and help him lose some of them extra pounds. He was we was watching it, me and my whiz. This nigga was eating red meat. And she was like, oh my goodness, that's so gross. I'm like, relax. This nigga's a meat eater. He's living in Wyoming on a fucking farm. He's probably eating some shit that he just killed. She'll put his ass on some impossible motherfucking impossible steaks. You know what I mean? Yeah, she'll clean him up. Somebody said that Lizzie deserves peace. Yeah, that's her community service. You know what I'm saying? That's her community service. We all got community. Look, I told somebody this the other day. Niggas be like, yo, Red, this and this and that. They be trying to evaluate my career and they try to measure where I'm at. I'm like, look, nigga, y'all don't understand. I'm still serving community service. Like, everything that I'm doing in this community or in this network or on these platforms, this is community service. I don't get paid for this shit. This is helping to balance my karma. I can't argue with you. This is community service, nigga. Y'all don't know what I was outside doing when I was young. All of this shit is community. I'm just trying to lighten up the motherfucking load before I check out, nigga, because I'm not trying to go where they be sending niggas who be doing crazy shit outside. So that's what that is. Lupita, I don't like Lupita. I seen Lupita in Brooklyn. She was when I say Hollywood, I'm talking about she was highfalutin Hollywood. She ain't even need to do all of that. We was trying to interview her. She was at, how you gonna come to the Dance Africa? Dance Africa. It's a whole festival in Brooklyn where we all out there on some African shit. You know what I mean? We vending, everybody. It's a whole festival. She walking through there like, you know what I mean? She don't want to take pictures. She don't want to stop. She just want to act. I'm like, not feeling you, sis. I'm not feeling that. Nah, but that's a, you know, I'm gonna call Lizzie after this and share what I'm sharing with y'all. But that's a fit right there. That's a fit. They could just be on some tantric shit. You know what I'm saying? But my whole thing is this. And it's not even on some old somebody that he could marry or he could get with. He needs to come around and come back home and bump into a force that will remind him, right? Because he still has that in him. It's still in his memory. It's a fresh memory because he had to watch his documentary too. He remembers the power of the Black Mama. He remember Big Mama energy. Stop playing. Stop playing. So what he needs before he can even commit to a sexual relationship or a committed relationship with somebody, he needs healing. He needs healing. And the best person to heal him would be a Black woman's or Black woman. And from that healing, he may fall in love. You know what I mean? Shit like that happens. Or from that healing, he may be able to get more clarity as to who the fuck he is and his worth and what he can attract. And through that healing, it may make him want to say, you know what? I'm admitting the fact that I'm wilding like this because I miss mama, you know, and I'm looking for that strong, beautiful, encouraging, compassionate Black woman in the eyes and in a personage of somebody that looks just like my mama. You know? That's why he said he needs an older woman. These young, I don't know about these young girls. They got, you know, they cooking up shit. They out here massaging and doing things like doing niggas' feet. They on their Reiki. I'm just saying. He might need to go to the red table. I don't think he needs to go nowhere until he heals. I don't think he needs to go anywhere until he gets his healing because he got to cleanse. He don't need to be on camera right now. He don't need to emote because people just want to get a fucking, if they do that to him, they just want to get ratings. They're going to go for the shock in all moments. They're just using him for ratings. He got to clean up at least a few months off the scene and whatnot. Clean the fuck up, get everything together. You know what I mean? Get it back, get your name back, get your soul back. You know what I'm saying? Get over this Kim shit. You know what I mean? And get off of the meds and shit like that. You feel me? Completely cleanse your system of it. You know, flush your system of the pharmacopoeia. Yeah, you be good, my nigga. You be good. You know what I mean? You be good. So I'm not gonna go too far. We're like 2 hours and changing and shit like that. Like I said, I got a studio session tonight. I gotta go and get myself together. You know what I mean? And you know, inshallah, we'll be returning on Third Eye Thursdays. But we may do something before that. You know what I mean? Go and sign up to the clubhouse called Netaverse, NETERVERSE. We got some shows coming up on that. We did a powerful show last Thursday called The Birth of the Netaverse. We did it right after. My brother was actually on it while I was on this show on Third Eye Thursdays, and then I hopped over there. But that was a powerful episode. That was our beginning, our initial, our Genesis episode. So we're gonna keep cooking and introducing y'all to the geniuses, right? The name of the documentary of Kanye is Genius. Well, I'm here to let you know that we have geniuses amongst us, right? And individually, they have their superpowers activated. They do different things, but it's not hard and it's not difficult and it's not far-fetched to see the genius in them. And if we nurture the genius and the geniuses amongst us, then we could create multiple doppelgangers of not Kanye that you not the Kanye that you don't like, not the dysfunctional Kanye, but the genius Kanye. I'm talking about the genius Kanye, because keep in mind, if y'all are willing to receive a genius, you should also be willing to receive what comes with that genius. That's a little bit of craziness. That's niggas is drawing outside the line. That's individuals who may be a little eccentric. You feel me? And some people who identify as genius, they have they got shit with them. But I'd rather deal with a genius that got some shit with them than to deal with a fucking retard or a goddamn knuckle dragger who got shit with them but don't got nothing to offer but some negative vibes. Right? So I'm saying all of that to say that I was divinely inspired by the documentary. I'm not going to live vicariously through that man alone, because once again, like I said, in that documentary, there were multiple geniuses. Kude and Chike is a genius. Jay Ivy is a genius. Rhymefest is a genius. There are multiple geniuses amongst us. In our network, we have geniuses. You feel me? Akibulan 44, genius. Blue Pillar, genius. KT the Arch Degree, genius. AA Rashid, genius. And I could go on for days. My good brother that did the human design, genius. Mujin, genius. Lizzie Jeff, genius. I could go on for days. I could keep saying these names. Cyrock, genius. Cambada, genius. Brother Rich, genius. Okay? We got geniuses amongst us. If we nurture our genius and a genius amongst us, if we mine our mind, what the fuck can we create? Think about it.
To this day.
The wealth is in the people.
To this day.
The wealth is in the people. The wealth is in the individual. What the fuck you could bring to the table in the forms of intellectual property. Music, art, creations like fashion, design, being a fucking author, writing a book. That's you mining your mind. And you throw that shit out. You throw it up. Ugh. You said, what documentary? Genius. It's on Netflix. Yeah, the whole paradigm shifters, every single one of them, genius. Every single one of the paradigm shifters, Keys, RZA, Ben X, Ajna, Pop Darby, Derek Grace, all of them, genius. You know what I'm talking about? And if I didn't mention your name, I'm not being facetious, my nigga. You a fucking genius. You don't need me to say your name, nigga. You don't need me to say your name. You know who you are. Be comfortable and be confident in your genius. And put it on display. And if nobody believes in you, believe in yourself. That's what that man showed you. If nobody is able to see it at the moment, still keep pushing that P, my nigga. Because it doesn't matter what they see. It only matters what you see. What the Donda says, the giant doesn't see itself in the mirror. What does that mean? That means that sometimes when you look in the mirror, you don't see what everybody sees. And that's okay. You got to step back though. Is there a playback on Clubhouse? Yes. I'm going to put the name of the Clubhouse. It's called Netaverse. Yeah, there's a playback. You got to step back and not just see the genius, but you got to actualize the genius. Ampu, Haas, Dehudi, Sekhmet, all of them, genius. They're part of our Discord. That's the fam right there. That's the team. These are all geniuses. If you were to ever be in one of those private rooms on Discord and you hear how they lay shit down, you will see the genius in each one of them. I'm surrounded by geniuses. And by being surrounded by geniuses, it helps improve my genius. Because I would like to think that I'm a genius. So the idea of pushing a new, the Netaverse where gods meet, and the idea is for us to know thyself, man, know thyself. This is something that you will enter into as an individual, and you will go on a hero's or a hero journey to figure out who the fuck you are. Nobody else. Nobody else. You're on a journey to figure out who you are, more about yourself, your human design, your chart, a bunch of things. That's what that will be about. You'll be educated by some of the educators. You'll be able to play to earn. There's a lot of shit that's going to take place in this world. So we're just going to keep pushing, man, and nothing is going to stop us. We're going to keep pushing, and we're going to push aggressively, and we're going to push so much. You know what I mean? Yeah, y'all don't have to tell me that. I already know. But I appreciate y'all for saying it. Red, you're a genius. You know what I mean? I'm affirming that. Red pill, blue pill, mama pill, KT, all of us. My mama created a whole bloodline of geniuses. Salute to her and my father, you know? And my children, you know what I mean? And y'all should feel the same way about you and yours at the end of the day. And be aggressive with this shit. Push that motherfucking line. Push the line. The same way that Ye was pushing the line. Believe in yourself. You know what I mean? See the greatness in you. And affirm it. And carry yourself like that. As in your walk and in your talk. You know what I mean? Don't turn off like how the internet don't turn off. Be on 24/7. Be on your shit 24/7. No days off. Be in your greatness all day, every day. That part. You know what I mean? So with that being said, I'm going to just leave it on that note. You know, go and get that class. You feel me? Go and get that class. The website is KTL University for the tickets. Go and sign up to that workshop. I promise you that shit is going to be worth every single penny that you spend. Go and hit that Cash App, Phil Moreland. Shout out to everybody that already hit the Cash App. As you can see, I was cooking, so I couldn't really give y'all that shout out. You know what I mean? In the middle of the cookout and whatnot. But I will click the like on each one of y'all's. I will hit the thumbs up and, you know, give y'all love. I appreciate y'all. Until next time, hopefully Thursday, we will meet up again. Turn on your notifications so you could be get hit up. You know what I'm talking about? And with that being said,